Big Blue Crew Sports Network.
Hit the mic opinions with the snap. NYG22, yeah, that's the cap. Unpopular takes, but we cut no slack. Watch the views climb while we talk that smack.
It look like we running with DJ for another year, girl.
I think the Giants are going to get off to a fast start.
This channel for them high sports laws. Got the bass that hit like heavy doors. Unpop opinion sports where the talk roars.
Yo, what's cracking? We back, man. Yeah, I know it's been a little minute. Had to take a little break, but we back, man, for another edition of Heart of the City, man. It is on fire right now. That being the city, the news, the rumors, the teams. Like, it's so much going on, man. Can't wait to talk to y'all about it, man. So, again, it's me, your boy, NYG Double Deuce, and I'm here tonight with my main man, Leaf Diggy in the building, and, of course, the one and only S.Y., a.k.a. Man Cave, man. We about to turn up, man, with this NYC sports talk. I'm going to tell you something. Jets fired Salah. The Giants might be turning the corner. Baseball is popping, man. We might have a Subway Series brewing in the World Series. What do you know? Yankees and Mets is popping. Guess what? We might be crowning the champion here soon because the WNBA, the Liberty, are in the WNBA finals. And hockey is starting and basketball is starting too, man. We got a preseason game tonight. And my man, Leaf Diggy, is going to be calling it right here on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. So, let's get it, man. But before I do that, man, I want to talk to my brothers, man. What's good with you, K? What's good with you, Leaf? How y'all feeling tonight, man? What's popping?
So we feeling good, man. You know, like I said, lots going on in New York sports, man. Like I said, city's on fire for the Liberties, the Mets, the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? Everything is good right now in this fall. Coming up in the fall, as like I said, NBA preseason is here. NBA is about to come back, man, and stuff like that. But you know how it is, man. So, New York thinks there's always going on. A city that never sleeps.
Definitely, man. What's good with you though, Leaf, man? I know you're getting ready for a game tonight, man. Talk to us, bro. What's popping?
Definitely, man. Listen, the return of Nets visual tonight and the return of Leaf is the League will be coming soon. Of course, on my channel, and of course to the Big Blue Crew fellas. Appreciate y'all invite. The only problem that I have right now is the screen. It's the team on the left side of my screen that's disgusting, and I need y'all to block, and I need you to block them out. They right
there. That's the right team.
Cool with the Islanders. I'm cool with the Islanders. The Mets.
There you go, Leaf.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's cool. So the left side of my screen, that shit gotta go. You gotta put them. You don't put them up and then put them behind you. You know, like that. That's not gonna cut it with me. I'm not with that, you know. And them orange letters, I ain't cutting that neither, man. You know, I don't even like tangerines, man. Like I'm gross. Get them off, man. But definitely, man. Shout out to the Liberty. Shout out to the Yankees and the Mets. I can't believe I'm saying that shit. Shout out to the Yankees and the Mets and the Liberty. I'm definitely putting some stock in them to get it done. I'm trying to figure out what's the better matchup between Minnesota and Connecticut, but definitely the Liberty have cut a wedge between that three-peat that Vegas was trying to go on, and they look like they could be the champs and everything. So shout out to them, and of course shout out to tonight's game on the Nets. I'm about to see a version of them. Obviously we already know what version of them we're gonna see, but I mean we gonna see. We will most likely gonna see Cam Thomas tonight, and that's always a good thing, man. Just as long as they don't tick me off with too much of what's going on. But I really would like to see like a lot of these young players where they're gonna be and where they could be as the season goes on. But so stay tuned tonight, 10:30 Eastern time. Next visual is back.
Definitely,
So
man.
am I.
Nets versus Clippers tonight, preseason 10:30. As Leaf said, will be called right here on Leaf's channel and on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. I'm interested to see Jalen Wilson in that game. I want to see Noah Clowney. I want to see how he looks now. So I'm definitely interested to see some of these younger players. I know what Cam Thomas is. Like, I don't need to really see a whole lot from Cam Thomas. I need to see Cam Thomas in the regular season to see if he's improved his playmaking ability. But, I did a breakdown on that on my channel. Go check that out. But as far as the other players, I just want to see some of these younger players, two that I mentioned in particular. That's Jalen Wilson and Noah Clowney.
So Claxton, Dayron, Bogdanovich, and Wofford will be out for us tonight. So they won't see them tonight, but probably till the season starts. The season gonna start in like another 2 weeks. So Dayron is out until November. Dayron is out till November. I don't know what that is, but everybody else is I guess they on like temporary little hamstring injuries, this, that, and the third. But Dayron is gonna be out till November. But Bogdanovich, Wofford, and Claxton is gonna be out tonight as well. So you might just see Clowney and a lot of the young guys that we picked up. So yeah, that's a possibility tonight.
Cool deal, man. But we will be tuned into that, Leaf, man. As a matter of fact, we may do some bonus coverage here on Heart of the City, man. And we're still streaming. We might tap into your stream, man, just to get some updates on the Nets, man. Yeah, me. I'm being biased here. I want to see what's going on. So,
yeah, definitely. and I throw a bone out there, man. Just because of the preseason, I'm feeling a little bit nice. I'm never really feeling nice, but you know what? Some of the Tangerine fans is invited. We might bring them down.
That's all right. That's all right. We got our game tomorrow, so I'll be doing that. So we got our game tomorrow. Where the real fans gonna show up. Where the real fans gonna show up.
Yeah, that's what they say. But I mean, we all know it's gonna be a shit show. Anytime they touch the court, they're gonna disappoint whoever they in front of. So
we're gonna get into the Tangerines a little bit later, man. But we got some big breaking news today coming out of New York, the Meadowlands, of course, and that is the firing of Jets head coach Rob Saleh. And that's why I want to kind of lead this show off with, because this Jets team is supposed to be a Super Bowl type caliber team. All this team was hyped up. Remember in the preseason, they was poking fun at the Giants and everybody was talking trash. And look, man, we told you on Heart of the City, we told you on the Big Blue Crew, pump the brakes on the Jets. Now, look, this is the first team, and they're not even the worst team in the league, but they the first team to get rid of your head coach, which should raise some suspicions if you've been paying attention, because you know who's running that team right now? It's number 8, Aaron Rodgers. That's who's running the Jets right now. So if you think this is a coincidence, it's not. Because I don't think, and I'm not saying Rob Saleh is a good head coach. I think he should have been fired, but to do it at this point in the season is just weird to me. It's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to my chat. Raphael, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for tapping in. Daniel Barry Sports, man. Always a loyal supporter. Definitely appreciate you, man, each and every time you tap in. Iman, yeah, man, they fired him. He's out of there. They have the defensive coordinator. We'll get into that here a little bit later. I forget his name right now, but he's going to take over head coaching duties right now. Notice they didn't pick Hackett.
Nathaniel Hackett, right?
Yeah, notice they ain't pick him to be the interim. Bad as that offense is, but anyway, yeah, man, it's crazy out there. But again, like I said, man, why now? Why now? Because y'all got embarrassed. You know, I didn't think they played a bad game, but I mean, they had chances to be in that game in London. It's just strange. It's just strange. And Aaron Rodgers, I said it calling the game. He's cooked. He is barbecue chicken. He is lo mein. He is ribeye, grilled, charcoaled. Yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers.
Put him in the dishwasher. Put him in some soap, some water. Put him in dirty dish liquid. Put him in the tub water. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I just want to get this thing started about the Jets. The problem is never the defense. Y'all got rid of the guy that leads that defense and always has that defense top 5 or top 10, whatever the case may be.
Pretty much.
Defense gave them chances to win that game. The problem is there's no offensive mind on that sideline. It doesn't matter. Like, look at the quarterbacks they done got rid of. Geno in Seattle.
There is an offensive mind. It's Aaron Rodgers, remember?
Yeah, but no, he ain't that. His offensive mind is one track. His offensive mind is thinking, I need to get my guys that I had over here with good old Green Bay land and go bring them over there to the Jets, and I'll be just fine. That's not the case. The thing is with the that I noticed about the NFL, I noticed that certain play calling offensively, you could tell who knows what they're doing. You could tell who knows what's going on and how the sequence of the game. And with the Jets, you haven't seen that in years. They don't have anybody on their coaching staff that has that type of mind. That's their biggest problem. Aaron Rodgers wants things to still be like it was in 2011, which was a damn good year for me.
You know what? Not to cut you, but the Jets' biggest problem is what Iman got right here on the screen. They're stupid.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. And
why would you hold up, Leaf? Why would you ever trade for Aaron Rodgers at the end of his career? And as you traded for him, he got hurt, and you ended up with a top 10 pick, and you took an offensive lineman, which I'm not mad at. But again, you got Aaron freaking Rodgers on his last leg, and you let Rob Saleh and Joe Douglas steer this ship. You let them do this. And then you let Joe Douglas fire Rob Saleh as if Joe Douglas ain't got demons in his closet. You know, if he ain't done some stupid ish, like trading for Aaron Rodgers.
He didn't absolve himself of his sins. He didn't absolve himself of his sins. And while we're still on the subject, going back to what I kept saying about the Jets' problem is that they don't have anybody.
Salute, man.
Tudo, what's going on?
I appreciate that too, Tudo. You know what I'm talking about. Much love, bro.
The Jets don't have anybody on that sideline on the offensive side of the ball that's serious about winning football games. They don't. That's the problem. The defense is not the problem. The defense is going to give them chance after chance after chance to win games. And you saw that on Sunday when they was only a score away. They was a touchdown away. And this is the same thing that I, as a Packer fan, got told about Aaron Rodgers back in the San Francisco game in the playoffs. Wait, Aaron Rodgers only put up 7 points? I don't want to hear about Minnesota's defense because we played the same damn defense a week ago. And I don't want to hear nothing about Denver.
It was all good just a week ago.
Exactly. So the reality is the situation is, and yes, Aaron Rodgers is cooked in a Jets uniform. Hell yeah, he is. So was Sam Darnold. He was cooked in the Jets uniform. So was Geno Smith. He was cooked in the Jets uniform. Look at what they doing now. Now that they're not in the Jets uniform. You know what I'm saying? So we all see the puzzle that's
true.
You know what's funny about that?
That's true. Go ahead, Cave.
That's funny. They said Salo's about to fire Nathaniel Hackett before he got fired. Dang.
You trying to fire Hackett before you get fired?
Complete dysfunction. Because somebody got to take the blame, and it ain't gonna be Aaron Rodgers, and it ain't gonna be the owners. It's gonna be one of you two. So they playing the Spider-Man, the me pointing each other. It's his fault. It was his fault.
That's basically what they doing.
But you know the thing with Salah's a defensive coordinator, so I mean his defense is good. I mean he could do that part. You know what I'm saying? He just got to get an offensive.
The defense is better than the offense,
right? So
I will say that.
But then he got Nathaniel Hackett, and everybody was like, "Oh man, that dude flamed out in Denver. You gonna bring him back over here? You gonna bring him over here?"
But that's the problem being a head coach, Cave. You got to manage the whole team. You can't just pick a side of the football and say, I'm in charge of this. You ain't doing your job, so you got to go. No, you got to go because you're in charge of him. You're the reason he ain't doing what he's supposed to do.
Who's going to be the next coach? I want to see what's going to be the head coach and see who it's going to be.
Man, who knows? Who cares? They're going to screw it up.
Cave, does it really matter at this point?
But what I'm gonna say this is like if he got fired, I'm pretty sure Joe Douglas is about to get fired too. So the next person is gonna be the GM. He's gonna hire his coach. I don't think Joe Douglas is gonna be around, so he's gonna get fired. He'll be the next one to be fired.
Exactly. So we already know it's basically a hamster wheel that's going on. You getting fired, you getting fired, you getting fired, you getting fired. Your ass is getting fired. Then we gonna hire y'all again to get some short money. You gonna get fired.
Who would want that job though? If you know you're gonna get fired.
My thing is that the person that wants that job. Hold on. Now I'm gonna be surgical when I say this.
Mm-hmm.
The person that wants that job is the person that knows that they can change everything on the offensive side of the ball first. Because the defense was never the problem.
Exactly.
It was never the problem. So the person that wants that job, honestly, 100,000% believes that he can change the offensive side of the ball and change the culture of the Jets losing ways.
No legit coach. I'm gonna tell you right now. No legit coach is gonna take that job when Aaron Rodgers is quarterback because you can't do what you want. If I'm a coach, think about this. If I'm a coach and Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback, and I know for a fact I might got a year with him, if that. And he's probably halfway checked out. So why would I take that Jets job knowing that if it don't work out, guess what? Now I got to go find a quarterback. Now my team's going to be some shit, which they already are. So now I got to think about how can I build this team up? The only way to build the Jets up is to tear them apart pretty much. They got to move on from some of these cats. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got Aaron Rodgers in here, cool, and you brought in Lazard, stupid move. You know what I mean? You let the pass rusher go. You know what I mean? Like, now you got to think about who paying Sauce, paying Garrett Wilson. Like, it's a lot of things that the Jets are going to be facing. And you need somebody with some patience that's willing to move on from a lot of the mess that's already over there. Like, they got to do kind of what Shane and them did with the Giants and kind of start getting rid of some of the players that people love and don't want to move on from, because that's what's going to be best for the team overall moving forward. We'll see how it turns out for the Giants. But as far as the Jets are concerned, you can't roll. You can't keep rolling with Aaron Rodgers and this group of offensive players, like Leaf said. Hackett got to go. Rodgers got to go. All his buddies, Lazard and all these other guys he bringing over here. Get them all out of here.
But
redo the team.
But like Leaf said, is that job is a little bit easier than a lot though, because they have things to work with. The defense is it is a top type of defense, so you really don't have that much to change, just the offensive side. So I mean, it's not a total breakdown. So some other coach could go there, like offensive minded coach, or a new like the ownership from like how the Commanders got from like San Francisco. They can go in there and change that thing within a year, 2 years, get rid of Aaron Rodgers, whatever, and just fix the offensive side, and they'd be right there. That's what I'm saying. It's going. I mean, it's hard. It sounds hard, but like I said, it takes the right person to get in there. The ownership, right. I mean, front office. That's all.
Yeah, nah, I'm not right all the time, man. But I just think about it like this, man. If I'm a coach, like a legit head coach, think about somebody like some of these coaches on the market right now. Bill Belichick going to be on the market next year. Mike Vrabel, Pete Carroll. You know what I'm saying? You can do like that if you want to, but these are prominent head coaches that can turn your franchise around. Look at what retread Tom Thibodeau, to make a basketball analogy, did for the Knicks. It can be a similar situation. It doesn't mean that they're gonna take you to a championship. It just means that they can come in there and get you right. It's like, yo, we need to get right. Let me call this dude. All right, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna get y'all right. Y'all might still be like 500-ish or like teetering on the playoffs, but you not bottom of the barrel. You ready to compete. That's the kind of coach I think the Jets need. That's the kind of coach I think the Giants need. I'm not sold that Brian Dable is that guy, but we'll see.
Pop. The reason why I shook my head to that is because the names that you mentioned in particular, they done been there and done that with the Jets. Like we got to remember how
Vrabel hasn't been a Jets head coach.
Not Vrabel. Everybody except for Vrabel have been there.
Carroll and Belichick, but there'll be other head coaches. I'm just using them as examples.
Right. No, I know you're using them, but here's my thing. The thing is, well, before I get to that, we got to remember how whatchamacallit got the job at the Patriots to begin with, Belichick. Mm-hmm. He went downstairs in 99 and saw that Jets team and looked around the practice field. He was like, man, I ain't coaching them, man. Listen, I'm out of here. Because really that what Parcells left that for him. Remember, Parcells left that for him. The owner died. Parcells left that job for him because he had got something else. He had got another offer somewhere else. And then at the same time, Kraft was on the phone with Belichick. And he looked around at this field. He's like, I ain't coaching this team. Hey, I'm out. You know,
was that the Eric Mangini?
No. That was the that winded up being
Belichick.
That winded up being a Herm Edwards, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah.
That winded up being a Herm Edwards. Yeah. And so realistically, so yeah, I remember that day. Number two, the NFL likes young and cheap, and neither one of them dudes that you talked about ain't that. Well, except for Vrabel. I could kind of say Vrabel.
And you know what you just said. The NFL likes young and cheap, and you know that's probably the direction the Jets are gonna go. You know why? Because the Jets are stupid. They're stupid.
I think
you already went this type of route multiple times.
Yeah,
right.
Same thing I said with the Giants. Now, if you want to argue with me, everybody's so sold on Washington, right? Mm-hmm. Who's their head coach?
Dan Quinn.
Retread that nobody really wanted as a head coach. He was their last choice, literally.
In my opinion, I think Buddy from the Kansas City staff should have been Buddy from the hold on, no, I get you on that. But I think Buddy from the Kansas City staff should have been head coach. What's his name? Bieniemy. Yeah, Bieniemy. Bieniemy should have been up for that coaching job, and I think everything that they're doing right now.
No,
for who, the Commanders?
Yeah,
with the Commanders. Yeah, but no. But yeah, I understand that. My point is this: you need something. You need listen. you're still gonna go with youth because that's what the NFL is every year. And when you got Aaron Rodgers at the helm, he kind of slows down that type of rhythm for you to get you at those positions and at that position and at certain positions on the offensive side of the ball. So realistically, if you got a guy that's 40 years old still thinking that he can still test the limits of time, and we all know that he can't, but the Jets are saying, hey, we're gonna sell some tickets anyway because he making money off a name. Don't they kind of sound like the Los Angeles Lakers to you?
Yeah. But you know what? The thing with Dan Quinn is smart because when he was the coach of the Falcons, his offensive coordinator was Kyle Shanahan, a young, innovative thing. Now he's with Washington. He gets a younger, like a Cliff Kingsbury. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? At least, I mean, he's a defensive coach, and he knows, it's like, hey, let me get somebody who can know do some offense, and that's what he do. And I think Vrabel would be a good choice for the Jets, and he get an offensive-minded coordinator because he's a disciplined dude.
And you know what, Cave? I just thought about what you said, and not to go to the Giants for a minute, but the defensive coach with the young offensive coordinator. We did it backwards. We got the young offensive coordinator with the young offensive coordinator. And then the old defensive coach.
Right. So, but listen, the one thing about it, the old defensive coaches, man, their strategies still kind of remain the same. Listen, the game of football ain't changed that damn much. You know what I'm saying? It's at least in their minds because they still know coverages and they still know a game plan defensively. So they can still hold the whole court at a head coaching position as long as they still got a young mind with them offensively that knows how to switch things up and knows how to change formations and change things that they're going into week after week after week because you can't do the same shit. Obviously, in the NFL, you got to change it up, and it's one of the reasons why certain teams is still going to hold afloat. It's one of the reasons why Kansas City, even though they got an old coordinator, Andy Reid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still know what you know. You know what I'm saying? All right, yo, listen, we don't need you out there playing backyard football, Mahomes. Guess what? We're going to get the ball in some of these backs, and we're going to make it do what it do. We're going to play the right brand of football.
Now, if you're the Jets, right, what would you do as far as Aaron Rodgers is concerned? Because to be honest with you, I don't know how a coach can come in here and move forward with Aaron Rodgers as the future quarterback. Like you can't be thinking like, okay, this is
very easy
tying my future to this cat right here.
Go ahead, Kay.
It's very easy. Just get a new GM. A new GM will come in, and the Aaron Rodgers thing, he knows it's only going to be for like a year or something. He'll get his own quarterback. Mm-hmm. Like I said, what you need to do is poach from one of the good teams, like Kansas City, San Francisco. Poach their front office to get somebody to come in and be in your front office. That way, you could bring in like your own coach. Like I said, let's say it's Vrabel, and then you get somebody like an offensive coordinator or wherever the guy decides. But they know Aaron Rodgers is only going to be there for a year, and that's about it, and they can move on from him because they know he's an old guy. He's not going to, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to be a fight 4 or 5 years. So they could get out of Aaron Rodgers' contract within a year, and that's it, and just go draft a young quarterback to sit behind Aaron Rodgers, let's say for a half a season, and then take over, and then that's it, and Aaron Rodgers out the door. Because they had no ties to him. They have no ties to him. They don't care.
Here's the issue with that, right? This year, the Jets are probably not going to be bad enough to be anywhere near getting like a top quarterback. They
no.
Mortgage more picks. They already sold picks to get Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're selling your soul to the devil twice.
What I'm saying is you keep him this year, and then next year when you go really flounders, then you can get a quarterback that following year. That's all I'm saying.
That's it. But again, like, to me, I think you have to cut because, again, okay, so if you're a GM, head coach, and you say, all right, you're doing the Daniel Jones thing with the Giants. What I think it's just like you pushing the quarterback onto a new GM, a new head coach or whatever, and then you're going to say, hey, let's see if it works, and then we'll let you pick your quarterback. Okay, well, circumstances happen and say you're not in position again next year to get your quarterback because Aaron Rodgers plays, he's on a swan song or whatever they call it, and he's he gets you to 500, but you still get mopped in the playoffs. So it's like, yeah, now you kind of stuck. Then he slides off to the sunset. But y'all picking, you know what I'm saying? 18th,
but here's
19th.
the difference, though. Here's the difference. Daniel Jones was younger, though. Aaron Rodgers is already old, so they already know that. So, I mean, Daniel Jones like 20-something years old, so that's a little different. The next GM coming, he's not going to do that. He's just like, hey, we cutting ties after this season, and that's about it. He's not going to do that. They're not going to – because Aaron Rodgers' contract is not, you know what I'm saying, like 2 years? It's another year on the contract. That's about it.
But see, see what I'm saying? The dilemma is you fired your head coach now. So automatically what you're telling me is whatever head coach comes in here, he got to deal with Aaron Rodgers. And I'm saying that's at least for 1 year. And I'm saying that's not going to work. Aaron Rodgers need to go with where Rob Saleh went, in my opinion. After this year's done, they need to move on from him.
You got to look at the dead money. How much is the dead money?
And that's why they shouldn't have cut Saleh right now. That's
I'm just saying, like, I got to look at see what is his dead money after this season.
Because if you can't move on from Rodgers after this year, bro, you just screwed your next head coach. You screwed him. You really did. You know what I'm saying? And we already know it ain't no patience in New York, so we can't sit up here and say, he'll get a couple of years. Yeah, fucking right.
Hey, but you know what though? It's the whatever front office you get. If they shrewd enough, they good enough, they can make things happen, man. Trade.
But you gotta have a plan though, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The next two, it's gotta be a good front office, and they will have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Not some rinky-dink retread or something like that. That's you be like, oh, he was a failure before, not somebody like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, just like Washington, like I said, they got rid of the ownership. I mean, that was a different situation, but they got new ownership and all stuff, But like I said, Kansas City, other successful teams is go to their front office, get somebody there, and they'll do what they gotta do.
Y'all hit that like button. Y'all share this on your social media platforms. Y'all help this network and this channel grow. Again, this is Heart of the City. There's imitators, but this is the real original. You know what I'm saying? I see him biting. Right. I see him in the corners, peeping your style. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you're not rocking with Heart of the City, you ain't real because everybody else getting their style from right here. Big Blue Crew Sports Network, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for tapping in. I'm your boy NYG22 with Escott and Leaf Diggy, man. Now let's get into this. I want to get into Liberty a little bit. Let's talk Liberty, man. What's about
something that we all enjoy right now?
Ladies, man. Man. Look, man. Where Coach at, man?
Ladies, smiling, bro.
Ladies, bro.
Man, coach, man. Listen, you know what? Shout out to Coach, man. Hope you return 40 years out, man. Because definitely, man. Just to speak on the Liberty a bit, man. I think they really exercised the demon a lot. In this Aces series, and redeemed from last year.
Yes.
Definitely did. Sabrina played very, very well. Of course, we know Stewie played well. The X factor going into this finals, in my opinion, Jaquel Jones. If she plays dominant, if she plays in that paint and dominates, the Liberty can't be beat. The Liberty can't be beat. As long as she is in there, she's holding down the fort and she's dominating that painted area, and she's coming away with 20-something points, 16 rebounds, those type of games. I don't think anybody can do anything with her, man. And don't get me wrong, that's no disrespect to Minnesota, no disrespect to Connecticut, but I strongly believe if you get a certain version of Jaquel Jones in this series, the Liberty are going to be champions. There's no hook or crook. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Jaquel Jones has to put a stamp on this series. from start to finish.
It looks like
it's gonna be Minnesota. I'm watching it right now.
19 right now on Connecticut.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to Minnesota and to talk about the matchup. I think Minnesota, they kind of remind me of the San Antonio Spurs a bit because they have a formula. What they have is a team formula, and it's hard to beat a team formula. But when you have the players to do it, you got the players to do it. And I strongly believe, and don't get me wrong, as good as Nafessa Coley is, as good as Courtney Williams is, as good as McBride and the shooters have been, I strongly believe the Liberty, they have exercised the biggest demon in the league, which is the Vegas Aces. The Aces, they kind of been on cruise control. They didn't really cover a lot of the holes that they should have covered. But the Liberty managed to beat them 3-1, and now it is time. It's time. It's
gotta be time.
It's gotta be time. Don't piss me off.
Don't be the Buffalo Bills. Don't keep getting to the championship losing.
Don't be the Knicks of the 90s.
Get out of here.
Don't do that. Don't get there and then lift me up only to be like, oh well, yeah, we just don't do that. We don't need that.
I told you what happened in '94. It was that OJ thing, man.
We don't care. We don't give a damn. We don't give a damn. Listen to me. Jaquel Jones, you are without a shadow of doubt one of the best, if not the best player in this series. Miss Jones, I need you to put your stamp on this series,
Miss Jones,
hands down. I am listen. I swear on everything, man. Y'all better get this done, man. Man.
I'm taking some Minnesota. It's gonna be tough. They got to make shots because Minnesota can score, so they got to make shots. Unlike Connecticut, that's a defensive team and they can score, but Minnesota can score. So the Liberty's gonna have to keep scoring, man. They're gonna have to score because Minnesota's gonna keep on coming. They're gonna keep coming.
That's it exactly, Cave. But at the same time,
but can they guard? Can they guard the Liberty though? That's what I'm saying. Can they guard?
They have nobody on that. They have nobody on the defensive side of the ball that can do anything with Jaquel Jones.
Yeah,
I've looked at that roster from top to bottom. Minnesota's pretty damn good as a unit. I think they have a good defensive unit as together and a together team. I think a lot of their team reminds me of San Antonio. But goddamn it, Jaquel Jones needs to put her stamp on this series. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If she doesn't do that, the Liberty will not win this series. It's that simple. I'm not gonna say this no more, man. Like man, y'all been winning this damn thing, man. I swear to God, man.
You know what I'm saying? You already know, man. But Cave, man, what's your prediction, man? In this series, man, how you think this outcome is gonna shape now? Right now, I don't want to crown Minnesota just yet, but
you talking about this? You talking about this game right here?
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna win this game, man.
I'm talking about like in the upcoming series. I'm trying to preview the series, but this game isn't technically final yet. But it looks like it's gonna be Minnesota. How you think they match up with Minnesota, and what you think that's gonna look like?
This like the next series, like I said, it's not going to be like a 3-1. It's going to go 5, man, because Minnesota's a tough team, and like I said, they beat the Liberties I think a couple of times this season, so it's not like they're afraid of the Liberties, so they'll be ready for it. They'll be up for it, but I see the Liberties winning 3-2 in the series and stuff like that, man. They're going to win, but it's not going to be no sweep. It's not going to be a 3-1. I mean, I would love for it to be 3-1, but I think it's going to be 3-2, and the Liberties going to do it, man, because they're gonna finally bring home that first WNBA championship as one of the flagships.
Just a championship for New
York.
What
I'm saying. Right.
Just a championship for New York. Like, let's go, man. Like, can we get this done?
Yo, like I said, please. Just like Leaf said, man. Hey, Jonquel gonna have a big series. Sabrina got to really bring it in. I mean, she's been phenomenal in this playoff. But she got to bring it, you know what I'm saying, make shots. Like I said, all they got to do is make shots, man. They make shots, they're going to beat Minnesota and stuff like that, because I don't think Minnesota has like the firepower like that. And like I said, and if they can play some good defense and smother Minnesota a little bit, I think they should be able to get bring home the championship.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man.
Alex, what's good, Alex?
But Alex, what's good, man? Salute, man. Appreciate you tapping
Alex,
in.
what, man?
If
What?
if you want to hit the link, you're more than welcome. Link is in the Big Blue Crew chat. We talking New York tonight, man. So it's whatever. We can go
New
Yankees, we can go Mets. We gonna talk about the Mets here in a minute. Giants, Jets, fire their coach. Giants looking like they might do something now. Finally, waking up the sleeping Giants. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the Giants on the back burner a little bit tonight. We talk the Giants a lot, man. Let's get into these Mets, man. Let's get to the Mets.
I was just on the Mets stream with Mets actually.
The Mets, man. Mets, if you're there, you're welcome to hit the like button. Hit the link
he's
as
on
well.
Stream. I think he's on the stream.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, that's right. He's doing wrestling. My bad, man.
Yeah.
We got so much going on with the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, man. I can't even keep up. So again, I can't even keep up, man. But Mets beat the Phillies tonight, 7-2 in Game 3, lead the series 2-1. Look, man, this team is still, you know what I'm saying, hanging around. Like, I respect the Mets. I respect the Mets for this reason. This team last year basically ripped the team apart. You know what I'm saying? They were looking to the future, you know, trading this player, trading that player. Went into this season with minimal expectations and started the season off like everyone expected them to. Like they was going to just be like they was just going to be trash this whole year.
Shout out Jose Rodriguez, man.
And then boom. The blue guy Grimace shows up, and this team just takes off. And he might have propelled them to a World Series berth right here. I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
Because ever since it is wild. Because ever since this, and we track this stuff on Heart of the City. That's why you got to listen to this show. That's why you got to listen to this podcast. Ever since that purple dude, now I know because I'm not even a Met fan. Ever since the purple dude came up, and they went on that streak. They've been a good team ever since then. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why it happened, but it happened. So ever since that point, this team has been good. But in reality, they hit the ball well and they're pitching well too. You know what I'm saying? Only giving up 2 runs to a very, very good Phillies team, division winners. Look, man. Shout out to the Mets.
Yes, sir.
That's all I can say right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be a Subway Series. That's just me being selfish. You know what I'm saying? I want the Mets to roll through the NL playoffs. I want them to beat the hell out the Dodgers too if they make it. Be just dog walk them dudes. I can't stand the Dodgers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then
we can't stand the Dodgers. Wait, what's going on with Dodgers?
I can't stand the Dodgers. Me. I'm a Yankee.
I'm not because I know it's been a while. I still got people in Evansville, Brooklyn, or over there,
and they left. They left.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna say this about the Mets.
Go ahead, Kay.
The Mets is like I said, it's just like it's totally different. Like flip, like last year they bought all these stars to win a championship, and they were so terrible, and they end up trading all these guys. And this was supposed to be a rebuild and whatever type of stuff. And look at them now, man. They just like totally went the opposite way. This season kind of reminded me of the Mets. It reminded me of the Giants when they played the Patriots in the undefeated season. That last game that they lost to the Patriots, and then they met them in the Super Bowl and beat them. and won the championship. And that's what the Mets is starting to feel like with the Phillies. At the end of the season, they just took the Phillies in that last series.
That last game, yeah.
And this was the one team that the Phillies did not want to meet in the playoffs.
Of course they didn't.
You know what I'm saying? And now this team is there. The Mets are there, and the Mets are going to eliminate the Phillies. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, the playoffs is about matchups and things like that. So that's the luck of the draw. They got the wrong end of it because I know the Phillies wanted somebody else, and the Phillies was like, I think they had the second best record in the National League behind the Dodgers and stuff like that. And the Mets is about to eliminate these guys on a great season. And then, like I said, nothing's going to feel better than the Mets eliminating these guys and also going to take it to the Dodgers too. And like I said, a Subway Series, if the Yankees, you know, get there, especially with the pitching and stuff like that, this is going to be awesome for the city, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Mets, man. Like I said, this season coming in, I didn't think it was going to be much of a season for them like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but hey, they turn it around and grit, whatever you want to call it, and determination. And hey, I'm happy for them, man. I'm happy for the Mets.
Yeah, Alex says, was at the Yankee game last night. Waste of $160. Yeah, I'm very disappointed in the Yankees, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I'm gonna get into the Yankees in a minute, man. But he also says Jets made the right decision today. I don't know why people dunking on the Jets. Definitely for the wrong reasons. No, I'm agreeing. They should have fired Salah. It's the timing of it. It's like, it's just weird. Like, you should have got rid of that dude last year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but now you kind of put yourself in a bond a little bit because you fire him mid-season, and if your season goes off the rails, which it looks like it is, and now you're going to have to get a whole new head coach. And then what do you do with Aaron Rodgers? And then what do you do with Joe Douglas? It's just like, if you're going clean house. Don't make one dude the scapegoat, because we all know there's more to it than just Rob Saleh. But I agree with you. And I said on the show, I never liked him as a head coach. Good defensive coordinator, not a good head coach. He should have been out of there. But the Jets they did it the Jet way, Alex, which was stupid. But go ahead, Leafy.
Yeah, I haven't really been watching the baseball games, but shout out to the Mets. I guess I could say shout out to them, man, even though they wear the same colors of a team that's on my shit list. But shout out to them anyway.
The Islanders wear those colors too. Can't be mad at them. Can't be mad at the Mets.
I don't really watch the Islanders or the Mets, man. I'm just like, I gotta turn on my TV.
Giants and Rangers wear the same colors.
They wear blue, man.
So
here's the thing. The Giants they're not at the top of my shit list. I mean, the Jets
the only team that wear a weird color. Everybody else got blue, red, or orange. And
but they got the Packer green, you know what I'm saying? The throw up vomit color, you know what I'm saying? The vomit.
That's not what that's not the same green.
Weirdos.
That's not the same.
It is the same green. It's the green.
No, it ain't. It's not the same green. That's why they
hideous. It's hideous.
No, it ain't. It's not the same green. That's why they losing. But yeah, shout out to the Mets. Shout out to the Mets, man, and definitely looking forward to another.
Congratulations on your team.
All right, it went
definitely
final,
looking
man.
forward to another Subway Series.
Went final. Minnesota just won 88-77. So yeah, that's who it'll be.
Oh,
okay.
Minnesota it is, man. Like we might just capitalize on what we saying about the Liberty, man. That might be a tough matchup, but shout out to the Mets for sure. I guess we can see a Subway Series just to say New York is beating the hell out of each other, man. Again,
best. Appreciate you, Dondi, man. Appreciate you,
Dondi,
man.
what up?
Thank you, man, for supporting the show, man. And yeah, go New York, man. At least I do try to support, all the New York teams, you know what I'm saying, when applicable.
I don't.
What I said, when applicable. So when it's right to do so, basically what I'm saying.
It ain't never right to do so.
But, everybody got their opinions, and, I'm more mad at the Knicks fans than the actual Knicks as a team. You know what I mean? The Knicks fans are just...
I don't know who
they're starting to become like Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely more mad at the Knicks fans than the actual Knicks as an organization. So I can't really hate
I don't know who disgusts me the most, man, the franchise or the fan base.
Definitely the fan base.
I'm like,
Definitely the fan base.
To me, it's flip a coin. I'm like,
and guess what? Knicks fans don't give a damn about what y'all think. We don't care because we run this town. We run
guys
this
like
city,
you.
bro.
This is why I made that statement.
We run this thing, bro.
Y'all run up to the street. Y'all run up the street.
You and
y'all run up the street and see what they doing.
And all these other
no, y'all don't.
Crazy,
like I said, Knicks fans are the only fans that run this. They take over anybody's stadium, bro. Y'all can't do that. Nobody else can do that. We can do that.
Y'all take over the stadium.
We could take over anybody's arena. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And you know what? Everybody can take over your arena too.
No, you can't. They can't do it. They can't do it. They can't do it.
Damn lie, bro. I done seen Jordan take over that joint. LeBron, Reggie Miller, Trey Young. Come on, Leaf. Who else? Who else took over Madison?
It's a long list.
It's a long list, bro. Stop playing. Stop it.
It's a very long list.
Hey, wait.
I got bullets for you, bro.
Wait.
You can't troll me.
Wait a minute.
The Pacers take over. Every version of the Pacers have took over that damn arena.
Hey.
They walk in there and do what they want, leave.
Sit on the court, give your fans the middle fingers, talk shit to Spike Lee.
Hold on, you talk about players. That's what I'm saying. We talk about fans. We talk about fans, bro.
Well, yeah, if you don't give the fans the tickets, of course,
take over
the fans can't afford them $300
like I said,
rinky-dink tickets in Madison Square Garden. Nobody want to come there and watch a game. You know where they go watch games at? Brooklyn. That's where they go watch basketball.
It's not hard for Knicks fans to travel. You know why?
And that's why the Knicks fans go to Brooklyn.
The tickets are cheaper in every other week arena than it is in the Knicks. You know what the price is for
Leaf, you're helping my cause. That's what I'm talking about. You know the Barclays Center is for the Knicks? That's the overflow section, like when you go to church. That's the overflow section for the Knicks fans.
And pay $300 to watch a losing team,
that's what we just said.
Nobody wants to do that.
Everybody go watch the Knicks.
That's why they don't go to Madison Square Garden.
Bro,
only the celebrities can afford that shit.
Bro, Madison Square Garden is sold out every game.
And they just like throwing money away.
They sold out every game.
Because the people that go there like throwing money away. That's why.
Hey, they don't throw money away. They go to see their teams.
They like throwing money away.
Like I said, the most loyal fan base.
When the last time you've been in MSG?
What, about a couple of years ago?
Exactly.
But like I said,
the most bumped up, man.
It ain't even about it. Listen. It ain't even about the tickets. Yeah, for real, it ain't even about the tickets. If I lived up there, I would be going there more often, though. If I lived
I'll put it to you, I'll put it to you this way: if tickets were sold out the time when y'all had Lance Thomas on the roster, there's something wrong with the fan base. There's something wrong with the fan base, bro. Like they need help.
Bro,
y'all need help.
You're helping our cause. You're helping our cause. Like I said, the most loyal fan base.
Yeah, loyal to a fault. Listen, it's like the battered woman that keep going back and she keep getting whooped. And you're like, why, baby? Why?
But you
like pain.
But you helping out. Listen, like you're helping out.
You can't help that person. You can't help that person.
Y'all just like,
you can't help that person.
Like I said,
you can do. You feel sorry for him. Like
I said,
but I can't help you.
Listen to what you're saying. You can never say Knicks fans are bandwagon. We there when our team is losing and when we win this.
I never said that.
No, I'm just saying people can't say that. People can't say that. The Knicks fans are
no. I would never say that, Kay. But y'all all bit. Y'all got mental issues.
Bing bong.
I got a lot of mental issues.
Bing bong. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all ain't right up here. Y'all not right up here.
Yeah, we right up there.
No, y'all not. Y'all elevator don't go all the way up. Now, that's what it is.
All the way to the top. It goes all the way to the
No,
top.
it don't.
There's nothing can stop them all the way up.
Hey, so listen, definitely appreciate y'all guys. It's almost time for me.
Yeah, man.
For what?
It's almost time for me.
A real basketball team.
Basketball is back.
You talking about intramural? Intramural, go watch intramural.
Basketball is back
tomorrow night.
And we all here. Basketball is back. Shout out to the Blue Fellas. Shout out to the Big Blue Crew. We are back, and so am I. I'm back here too, man. And next visual is coming up in about a good 15 minutes. I'm gonna do some pregame work, get all my exercise demons and everything, get them all out of the way. NBA basketball is back. I'm gonna be here as much as possible. Appreciate Pat. Appreciate Lou. Appreciate NYG. Appreciate Cave. Everybody here at the Big Blue Crew Network, man. Appreciate the honor and the privilege to be here with you guys, and hope to grow. And man, we gonna lock in, and we gonna do a whole lot of things, man. Y'all see baseball on one end, wrestling on another end. We doing, of course, NYG got Heart of the City, all the New York sports on another end, man. You got Giants football. You got football all over the place, man. Monday night football, Sunday night football. It don't matter what night football. You know what I'm saying? So like, definitely we back in effect tonight. Next visual. I'll try tomorrow night. I'll probably get some Leaf is the League is in. Leaf is the League in and try to do that opening night. Celtics versus the Tangerines and another team that I don't even like. I'm gonna probably do that as well. But definitely appreciate everybody up here, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Hit the like, share, subscribe button for my man NYG Unpopular Opinion Sports, and also catch my man Man Cave. He always do content on the shit ass Knicks. But definitely, man. Appreciate y'all.
Real channel.
Appreciate y'all, man. All handshakes above. Appreciate y'all. We locked in. Let me get to my page, man. I will see y'all soon. StreamYard, man. Yeah. I got words for y'all. I'm gonna leave it alone, man, because I'm on my man page, man. Yeah. Appreciate it, definitely. I'll holler at y'all.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to Leaf Diggy, man. Putting in that work on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, man. Dope to see all types of different content on the network at the same time. Of course, we over here with Heart of the City. And we got wrestling on the network now, and of course basketball, as well as football all the time, like Leaf said. So definitely, man, it's an exciting time, man. You know what I'm saying? Baseball was on earlier with Mets. So salute to you, Mets. And that being said, though, man,
and I think they're doing wrestling right now. I don't know if they
yeah, they doing wrestling right now. So that being said, real quick, so we just talked about the Mets again. The Yankees got to do their part to get in there too.
Yeah,
you know, so
Royals are a tough draw, man. The Royals are tough, but yeah, the Yankees, they got to keep hitting. If they hit, like I said, we'll win this series, man. But
you can't keep leaving people on base, man.
I know runners in scoring position is like you gotta bring these guys home, man. That's the most important time to get hits, man. I don't even care if you
hits, man.
I don't even care if you hit it to the outfield. Get it out of the infield. That's all I care about. Score some runs.
Bro, Aaron Judge has not been clutch.
Yeah, this
is the playoffs at all.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what it is, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the last year and a couple years, like, hey, he got to get together, like, you know, shake it off and stuff like that. It's not about home runs all the time, you know what I'm saying? I don't care, hit double, single, all that is still good, you know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing about it is just be clutch when, you know, especially you got runners on second and third or something like that. I don't care, just hit a single or a double, you know what I'm saying? Not I don't care. Home run would be great, but hey, just try to make contact with the ball, get it out the infield and stuff like that and score some runs. And I know people don't want to manufacture runs, but manufacturing run is the best thing too in the playoffs to, you know, put some more pressure on the other team's pitcher and stuff like that, you know. So, but like I said, man.
Coach, salute, man. Peace and blessings to you too, bro.
We were just talking about you, man. WNBA,
as well. Happy, bro. Yeah, man. We just gave you Liberty a big shout out. Rewind the stream, man. We was just talking about the Liberty going against the Minnesota Lynx. You know, I got my gals winning. You know what I'm saying? Cave got the gals winning. So, yeah, man. Salute to them.
It's gonna be tough with the Lynx, boy. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be great.
Leaf mentioned, and I have to agree with him that Jonquel Jones will be a big factor in the series. She's tough to deal with. And I don't know. I like them tall centers, some tall girls. I mean, you know. Cardosa, you know, Jonquel Jones.
Played in the post.
What's my other girl's name? The Black Barbie.
You talking about Angel Reese?
Angel Reese. I like them type girls. I like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with shooting a three. You know what I'm saying? Being a 3-point shooter, man. I just think
that post game.
Yeah, man. The physicality. I'm saying that you see down there with some of these Aja Wilsons, another one. So definitely, man. Like to see that from the ladies coach, man. But salute to the Liberty. And salute to you, man. Hope all is well, my brother. Of course. Yes, but the Yankees now. So 1-1, going to Kansas City now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you can't mess around here.
Is it for 3 games or 2? 2-1-2. It's something I forgot how the format is.
2-2-1, I think.
Yeah, because it used to be.
I don't know. It used to be 2-2-1.
It used to be 2-3-2. Then they went to 2-1.
It's a 5-game series, though, right?
I think it's a 7. Let me see. I think it's a 7-game series.
No, this round is 5. The next round is 7.
This one is only 5.
I think this round is 5.
Let me see.
Somebody help me out. I think this round is 5. I think the
I'm about to look at it
championship series is 7. That's usually how it is in baseball.
Yeah, you're right.
Basketball, they changed it. Remember, it used to be like that in basketball, but they changed it. Now all the games are 7-game series. I wish they would go back.
Right, you're right. It's right. It's best
but
of 5.
But the first round is because I feel like this. I feel like if you that good of a team, you should be able to handle your business in 5 games. You shouldn't need 7 games. So that's kind of a test to see like that first round should really be dominance by that team, that higher seed, and then as you go into the later rounds, you probably need more games to figure it out because teams gonna go back and forth a lot. That's how I feel about the series structure. So I always like the 5-7-7 format, but they went to the 7-7-7 format. The NBA did, man. But I think this Kansas City team is a tough team, but you the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? You the number 1 team in the AL. Beat them.
Right.
Beat them and don't play around with it. Like, I don't want this to go to 5 games. And you sitting there sweating in game 5 and you got goddamn Nestor Cortez or somebody out there. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this to go down like this for this Yankees team. They at least have to get to the World Series. Like, my God, you got Soto, you got all this talent.
So Clark Schmidt is on the mound tomorrow for the Yankees. Clark Schmidt.
Yeah, good luck
against Seth.
You know
Lugo.
what I'm saying? Who trusts Clark Schmidt? I don't.
But you know what? It's crazy because in the beginning of the season, he started off great, and then all of a sudden he just like faltered or something.
I can't stand that dude.
Clark.
You know what I'm saying? I trust Cole, Cortez a little bit. And I mean,
how did Rodon?
Rodon is iffy too.
Yeah, he's iffy too.
You know what I mean? I know he's pitched well, but he's iffy.
You know what the
Gil, I don't know about him. He's untested, kind of.
The Yankees need one of those like from their farm system, someone of those hot prospects from their farm system.
Somebody just need to step up, man. That's it, man. We usually have somebody like that, like a Severino or somebody that comes in and this is solid, man. But they haven't had that really here.
I'm talking about from the farm system, like how the Pittsburgh got what's that Skeens, that pitcher that came up from that right?
Yeah.
We need something in our farm system and that's like one of the
when's
top
the last dude that come up from the farm system from a pitching passport?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Point. But that's because we trade them away. We trade them away for other players.
We always go for hitters. That's why. We get these hitters that come up through the farm system. You know what I'm saying? We always got those coming through, but we don't ever have no pitchers. Right. Why is that?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I need answers. Where's the baseball guys at?
That's Brian Cashman, man. We need some answers with these pitches. Because if we get some good, steady pitches, I mean, some pitchers you could count on that's going to be steady, go 7-8 innings, like one of them pitchers, like that's even better for your team. Because if you get these guys only going 4-3 innings and 4, that's not good for your team, man.
Right, man.
And then you can't even trust the closer. We don't even have a closer that you could really trust, like a shutdown closer like Mariano Rivera, or even a setup man like how Wetland and Rivera, when that combination came in, it was over. Wetland and Rivera.
Even Chapman, as erratic as he was,
right?
You felt better about him than
he's bringing the heat. He was gonna bring the heat. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Like,
I know
it's this team is very, very.
iffy,
top heavy. They're
right.
like a donut. Like
No
pretty
lead is
much.
safe. No lead is safe.
They're solid on the outside. You know what I'm saying, and empty in the middle. Pretty much. You have no like real substance as far as pitching. You just got a few guys that you think are good, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And you got a few guys that you think, a few top stars that hit pretty good in your lineup, and it's that's it. And then when those guys aren't on, then you're looking for these other guys to produce. But guess what? When those other guys are producing, the heavy hitters are not hitting. You know what I mean? So,
all right. So with Kansas City, the regular season, we won the series. We won 5 of the 7-game series. So we played 7 times the series, and we won 5 of them. So let's continue this stuff, man. Just get rid of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Just
what
don't
I'm
even
saying.
play around. These next 3 games and beat both of them in Kansas City.
This ain't no team to be worried about, bro.
All right, I know. Listen, I know.
We don't even have to play the Astros. Didn't the Astros get knocked out already?
Yeah, the Stros got knocked out. They out.
We don't even have to play the Astros this year.
Right.
And that was the one team you'd be like, man,
that's the one team
bro.
that we meet up with.
I don't know, bro.
They had our numbers.
We don't even have to play them this year. If the Yankees don't get to the World Series this year, I'm telling you, bro. And people are like, how can you say that? They make the playoffs and whatever. That's your expectations dictate you know what I'm saying? Like if you come in and you're like, hey, look, we're gonna win the World Series this year. This is our goal. And you don't make it, okay. You don't make it, you fail. Now, if you just came into the season like, we want to give ourselves the chance by getting into the postseason, and if you do that, cool. That's just the Yankees' expectation is never just to get into the postseason. That's what fans that aren't Yankees fans need to understand. And well, y'all Yankee fans are spoiled and It's not it. It's the expectation.
Right.
It's the expectation. If you got all these high-priced players, do you just expect to get into the playoffs? No, bro.
Right. We used to always have the top payroll. You got the top payroll. That's the expectation.
You know what I'm saying? We're not the Cowboys. We're not just, we in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Every year, playoffs, and you get bumped. Like, no, we expect to win titles. That's the difference here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I ask a lot of fans that are Giants fans, that are Knicks fans, that are Yankees fans. What is the expectation with these franchises? Because these are the premier franchises, according to you guys, with the Knicks. I don't know. But these are the premier franchises in New York. Why? See what I'm saying? You can't just go in thinking that, just being average is okay every year. When you put these high expectations on these teams, and these teams are expected to win, everybody knows the Jets ain't going to win shit, except that crazy fan base. We all know it. Everybody outside knows it. You know what I'm saying? Their expectations are low. The Mets came into this year with low expectations. That's why everybody's so hyped up in Queens right now, because this like a surprise. Like, whoa, we can get to the World Series. Are you crazy?
Unexpected, right?
See what I'm saying? The expectations was low.
Whereas the Jets was very high. That was a Super Bowl caliber, before the season started. So it's a disappointment.
Exactly. So when it's high, it's a disappointment. That's why I said what I said earlier about the Jets. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying about the Yankees. And that's why I said what I said about the Mets. Now, let's take it to the basketball court. If the Knicks go in here and flop, and the Nets somehow, weirdly enough, make the playoffs,
right.
It'll be the same situation.
It'll be the same situation.
You guys are going to be the failures, and the Nets are going to be the heroes because they had the low expectations and over exceeded them. That's how it works in sports. You know what I'm saying?
But the Nets fans don't want that this year because they want the picks.
This is not the year. This is not the year to do that. I agree, but
he said,
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna be mad at it, to be honest with you, because I know if that happens, at least we have a foundation we can build on. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what we expect. You see what I'm saying? So it would be unexpected, but me as a fan, I would not hate it. You know what I'm saying? So to be honest with you, because that means somebody else is worse off, unfortunately. But
the only difference of basketball is they got the lottery system. So even if you don't have the worst record, you still have a chance to get the number 1 pick. So you know what I'm saying, compared to football, where it's go by records and that's how it goes, and ain't nothing they can do about it. Until they change that. Teams will be tanking or whatever if they want a certain player.
Yeah, I do think they close it out tomorrow. And I think the Yankees and Mets both win tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. Because I'm pushing for this Subway Series. I'm pushing it, man. I'm gonna be the fanboy for this joint.
Hey,
I want this Subway Series.
I'm gonna say this though, because even after that Yankees game, the Yankees fans are still shouting about FMB. So if the Mets go into Philly tomorrow and they win it, just like how the Knicks won in Philly to close out the series, they're gonna be saying same thing about MB. The Met fans gonna be saying the same thing over there. They're gonna be going crazy and Citizens Park.
I don't like Philly sports teams. Like I don't like Boston sports teams. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not a Mets fan, but I'm rooting for the Mets to go all the way to the World Series and come up just short to the Yankees. That's my goal.
Bro, that's gonna be crazy. If that happens, man, that would be crazy. You know how much money the city will make.
Yep.
Golly.
And this show will be popping every single motherfucking Tuesday. I promise you that.
and if that happens, you know what? Guess what? That means New York is going to have a championship one way or the other. If that happens. So that's the best thing about it.
Yep. I think we can get 2 this year. I think get 1 from the baseball, and I think we can get 1 from the basketball, from the Liberty in particular. Football, we're shot. I'm sorry. Hockey,
Hockey just
Rangers might pull one out. I'm still got high hopes for the Rangers.
I was disappointed Rangers last year too, because they should have won. They got in the playoffs and they were a real good team during the season, and then they just lost in the But hopefully they rebound and bounce.
They've been doing the same shit the Yankees been doing lately. They get in the playoffs and fucking lose. It's like consistently inconsistent. So it's one of those teams that you get there but don't. Like, we don't have too many New York teams that consistently get to the playoffs. The Yankees have been one and the Rangers have been one. But
the Giants used to be like that too back then. You know what I'm saying?
Way back in the day.
No. I'm just saying they used to be like that too. You could count on the
Giants. Dude, you know, I did this on trivia. I think it's only been one instance that the Giants made the playoffs 4 years in a row. One time. One time. Just 4 years in a row, bro. It was 4. It was either 4 or 5. I think it was 4. It was only one time. This franchise has been consistently inconsistent, like I said. But what's consistent about them is when they are good, they win. Like, they win everything. It's weird. But when they're bad, they're bad. They're just not good, and they never get anywhere close. It's like the Giants aren't close. When they're bad, they're not close. When they're good, they're like the best. They're like champions. They're never in the middle. They're never a middling team.
No, but it is kind of weird because when the Giants are not at the best, when they get in the playoffs, remember those couple of years, and when they get in, people were scared of the Giants. When they got in, that's when they just turned it on. Even though they probably came in with 8 or 9 wins in the season, and next thing you know, they get in the playoff and nobody wanted to play them.
They were scared of us in 2022.
Right.
If we don't play Philly, we in the NFC Championship game. I promise you that.
Right.
We ran into the wrong goddamn team that year.
That
was the problem.
We ran into a buzzsaw.
We don't play Philly. We in the NFC Championship.
We ran into a buzzsaw, man. It's all good though.
But it is what it is, and I don't think that's gonna change anything as far as you know what I'm saying, what expectations are for some of these teams. But that being said, let's see. Okay, now we can get into the Giants. And big win in Seattle for the New York Giants. And I'm going to take this time to give a shout out to Daniel Jones, man. Shout out to Mr. DJ, Mr. Daniel Jones, man, because it can be hard to play in New York. And when you're under the pressure, and I know he hears the noise, when you're under the pressure of having to play in New York, and you basically, this was it. I said it. And Daniel Jones didn't show up in this game. There's gonna be curtains for that dude. I guarantee you he would have been on the bench next week. But he showed up and showed out, man. So I just want to salute to Daniel Jones, the man that gets beat up on, piled on, kicked, stomped, DDT'd, whatever other wrestling moves you can think of. And for him to kind of fight off the haters, at least for another week, and go out there and submit his job as a New York Giants starting quarterback, man. That was a huge game, huge performance. No turnovers, man. Played a efficient game. Was able to lead his team to victory. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes moving forward, man. But the Giants needed that win. The fan base needed that win. And damn it, I needed that win. You know what I'm saying? Because I was down and out on this team, man, to be honest with you, man, because it just looks too much like it looked before. But that being said, they actually switched it up this game and did some different things. You've seen some audibles from Daniel Jones. You've seen explosiveness in the run game with Tyrone Tracy. You've seen pressure from the defensive line all game long. So it looked like a different Giants team. You can't say it was a weak opponent because the Seahawks were, coming in riding high, so to speak. So, again, good win for the Giants. Can they continue and beat the Bengals? We get the Bengals at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can they go to
Sunday night
MetLife Sunday night and beat the Cincinnati Bengals? And now we could talk about this season actually going somewhere. Because I'm still not sold, folks. I'm still not sold. But I do think this was a huge step in the right direction. And one thing you want to do, especially when you have a young team, you want to give your team something to feel good about, something that they can look towards and say, okay, we did this right. Let's build off of it. Instead of, every week you go in there and you're looking at losing tape. Oh, we lost. We did this wrong, that wrong. Now you can say, well, we did this right. This is why we won, but we need to work on this. So now you know what I'm saying? It helps teams grow, younger players, a little more sensitive, have to, learn the speed of the game and learn the, scheme of the game. So it does take time for some of these players to grasp it, so to speak. But one thing I could say, we got some young talent on this team. Drew Phillips, Theo Johnson, Tyrone Tracy, Tyler Nubin, they all came to play. We already know about Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? But these are all rookies just from this draft class. So kudos to Joe Shane. People wanted him fired after Hard Knocks, but not me. I see the vision. But Cave, you got to salute. Big fan Breezy. What's good with you, man? Salute, man. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Thanks for your support, man, as always.
Yeah, like I said, as far as the Giants, man, like I said, I'm going to say this right now. People can have amnesia what they want or whatever. Daniel Jones has been the most criticized athlete of all time. I don't care what nobody says. He's been the most bashed and whatever. Nobody can say, oh, no, no. This man has been thrown through the mud. He's been thrown through the ringer. I mean, since he was drafted and all type of stuff. And this dude is still standing, bro. You know how many hits this dude done took, man? This dude is a tough quarterback, and a lot of people don't give him a lot of credit for that. This dude done took so much hits. He done been injured a lot, and this dude is still up there doing things like these other quarterbacks don't even be doing, all these elite quarterbacks that they so-called elite. You know what I'm saying? And Daniel Jones is still there, man. Like I said, like I said, after this Seattle game, man, like I said, I've never really been down on the Giants. Like I said, I just think it's the play calling and Dable doing some things. Like I said, if he calls the games like the way he called against Seattle, we gonna do him a better, you know what I'm saying? And then receivers can catch the ball, things like that. And we just gotta be crisp. Everybody got to just be doing their thing, man. The defense play like the way they play. Come on, man. You look at a lot of games. The only one game we was out of was Minnesota. All these other games, we were right there. It was just came down to one or two plays. And football really is. That's what it comes down to. One or two plays in a lot of football games. Like I said, everybody can talk about elite quarterbacks, but if you look around the league, these teams are not averaging 50 points a game. Everybody is struggling, at some point, in these games. Everybody's struggling. You know what I'm saying? I know Washington's putting up some points right now, but like I said, until teams figure them out and get tape on them, like I said, it'll be different too. Trust me. So it ain't like, that's the new shiny toy. But like I said, trust me, it ain't like that. Because like I said, if it was like that, like I said, all these elite quarterbacks are averaging like 40, 50 points and throwing for like 500 yards a game and stuff like that. They not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, give it some time, man. Like I said, yeah, we might not have all the horses and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying? Coming to the season, the Giants had the least talent of anybody. So I always said every game we win is an
experts.
I mean, every game
we win, experts, yeah.
Right. Every game we win to me is an upset. So it should be an upset. So I don't understand if while we win a game and everybody always got excuses to make about, oh, they didn't do this, but we got the worst team. So how is there excuses when we win a game? You know what I'm saying? But everybody else, when they beat us, oh, yeah, you beat the Giants. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you celebrate. You want to celebrate. But when the Giants win, then it's like, oh, yeah, they ain't win because they ain't have that offensive coordinator. They ain't missing this person. This. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, who was Seattle missing?
Seattle had their top three wide receivers, wide receiver 1, 2, and 3, and they had Kenneth Walker. They had everybody. I mean, probably on the defensive side. On the defensive side, I don't know. I mean,
they had Julian Love. Witherspoon was out there.
Yeah,
Leo Williams was out there.
Yeah, Witherspoon. I don't know Witherspoon played or not. I don't know. He probably played.
He played.
Yeah,
I seen him out there. Yeah, because I seen him. Yeah, get burnt on the play.
And then you look at it. Everybody's talking about how Joe Shane can't draft. And look at this. His draft class right now is playing. They playing the most of any rookies in the NFL. The Giants play. The Giants rookies are playing more than anybody else. And they're contributing. That's what you want to see. You got contributions from your young guys. They're all contributing. They're doing something. That's how a draft class becomes successful. And this draft class probably is the best one that he's had so far. But, Kayvon Thibodeau, you know what I'm saying? He's the only hope for the what you call it, you know what I'm saying? Because Evan Neal right now, he don't have his job right now. So, you know how that goes.
I mean, McFadden came out that draft, didn't he?
Yeah, McFadden came out that draft too.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and then last year, was it John Michael Schmidt?
Melton came out that draft. They had a couple. It was just it was Neal and
it was Neal Bellinger.
Bellinger hasn't done well.
Yeah, it was Thibodeau, Neal, Bellinger,
Belton, Fly, and then the two guards they took. They've been awful. McKeith and
yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, but like I said, other than that, man,
you can't hit on everyone though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got a couple. It's not like he had Jerry Reese drafts or Dave Gettum was. It's like every pick was ass. Like it hasn't been that bad with Shane at all. Not even close. You know what I'm saying? He's had a few misses, and I don't even think they've been bad misses. Like the one you really don't like is Neal.
Right,
because it was such a high pick, but these other guys, they was late round picks. I don't get it.
And people don't like Tibbs too much. It was like Tibbs was the 5th pick, but the dude had
11. Thibodeau is fine.
He had 11.5 sacks last year, bro. What do you want him to do? I was like, what do you want him to average? Like 18, 19 sacks?
Every pick can't be a Hall of Famer either. Like he's productive. He's a productive NFL fucking edge rusher, which what we need. I'm fine with the pick. Evan Neal is not playing. He's not productive. I'm not fine with the pick. That's the difference, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can be a good player and not be a fucking superstar. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got picked that high, that's okay. I didn't. Shane didn't come out with that. Dave Gettleman was arrogant. And I think that's what pissed people off a lot. Oh, it's a gold jacket player. He was touched by that. All that arrogant shit, man.
He fell full bloom.
You see what I'm saying? That's the stuff that you can't be doing. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the New York media, because they're gonna eat that shit up.
And we was gonna get our hog mollies. Remember, we was gonna
right.
get our hog
All
mollies
this just talking shit, man. Now with Shane, I think he's just he's picking the players he thinks going to contribute to the franchise or whatever. But with him, it's more humbleness. It's like, okay, hey, you're not going to get every pick right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But he's not telling you Evan Neal was the greatest thing since sliced bread, like Dave Gettleman was telling you with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley and all these other players. That's not what Shane is saying. He's saying, look, it's a player. We hope he can play, contribute. That's all we can do.
But I will
that's all you can do.
But I will say this with Dave Gettleman. He did say about the gold jacket, he just got it wrong with the wrong player because it looks like Dexter Lawrence is going to have a gold jacket that he drafted, not Saquon. So Dexter Lawrence, I mean, if he keeps playing this, he's going to have a gold jacket one day, but it wasn't Saquon. He said Saquon's going to have a gold jacket, you know what I'm saying? But it's Dexter Lawrence. You pick Dexter Lawrence number 17th, and he's going to be a gold jacket guy if he keeps up what he's doing right now. And that's kind of crazy.
Dexter Lawrence is the one pick, him and Andrew Thomas, that Dave Gettleman got right.
Yeah.
So it's the broken clock is right twice a day theory. Literally, he's got 2 picks right, spot on. Never liked the Barkley pick. That's just me. Never liked it. I wanted Quentin Nelson or Chubb. Nelson, you know what I'm saying? That draft, and I never liked the Daniel Jones pick. You know what I'm saying? I thought that it wasn't. It was too high to pick Daniel Jones, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Where they took him at. But again, look, that's just me. That's how I felt at the time, because I can only give you how I felt because I wasn't making content at the time. So I never wanted Daniel Jones or Saquon Barkley, honestly, before they got on the team. You know what I'm saying? So just like we didn't want Evan Neal. Like, I wanted Akim Ekwonu. He sucked too. So
right.
What do I know? You know what I mean? I think all the tackles stunk in that draft. Charles Cross was okay, but he's looking good either. I mean, you seen what he looked yesterday. Or whatever.
I mean, yeah, he's the best one out of that
group though. Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't great. So it would have been a miss either way. So like I said, I can't get it right either all the time. But that's what I wanted at that time. You know what I mean? So some of the players they pick is not the players I want, but I root for them because they're Giants. So.
Have you ever seen the video? I mean, the fans' reaction when they selected Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
You seen some funny ones? Yeah, I know you ain't see this on this old guy, Justin Leiter. I mean, this dude was hilarious. I mean, this dude went crazy, man. I was like, I watched that just from time to time just to laugh at that. He said, Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
he wanted Josh Allen. Yeah, everybody wanted Josh Allen on that one.
Josh Allen wasn't
the pass rusher.
The pass rusher, Josh Allen. Yeah, the pass rusher, Josh Allen.
He went right behind the Giants.
It's who I wanted too. I thought they would have went that route, but I just. And some people said that I didn't want Locke. I didn't want any of them cast, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like it ain't really moved the needle for me.
And don't forget about DeAndre Baker. Oh my God, I'm trading back up into the first round to get DeAndre Baker. I said,
see what I'm saying?
You
had, and this was really egregious from Dave Gettleman. You had 3
first round picks.
3, bro. And yes, Dexter Lawrence is great. You got that one right. But man, them other 2 picks is just it ain't right, man. It ain't right. Like I can deal with Daniel Jones.
The last guy not even in the NFL.
But Baker was like, Jones is bad too, man. Because like, just to be honest, I never felt like Daniel Jones should have been taken that high, to be honest with you.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I didn't think he was really worth the 6th pick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
No, but
I hated that draft, bro. I hated
people
that whole
wanted-
draft, man. I didn't even like the Dexter Lawrence pick, man, at first, man. You know what I'm saying? I hated that whole fucking draft.
You know, people they wanted the late Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, I hated that whole draft, man. I said this draft is cheeks. And we got Dex out of it, man. So I mean, you know, that salvaged some of it, man. But it was not a good draft. I don't even remember the other picks. Like them first 3 picks just had me like shaking my head, like, oh my God, what is this team doing?
Then I don't know if it's the same draft. We took Lorenzo Carter and BJ Hill over Fred Warner.
It was
we had 2 third-round picks and we passed on Fred Warner 2 times in that third round.
It was probably one of the worst drafts. I mean, outside of Dex, I can't say that.
Andrew Thomas, he nailed Andrew Thomas because, like I said, we had our choice of all the offensive. We picked Andrew Thomas, which was the best one. I mean, at first it looked like it was the worst one because of the injury. He was injured, and of course,
they tried to say that, man.
Right, but
Andrew Thomas was in the following draft, though.
Yeah. I'm talking about as far as his first round picks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dave Gettleman was not. I don't know, man.
But hey, every GM can't hit. There's a lot of GM that missing a lot of drafts anyway. So, you know, it's just hit or miss.
It's just Dave Gettleman's arrogance. Like I said, it's like you really sold to people like you knew what you was doing and everybody else was dumb.
Yeah,
and you put it out there like that in this little Boston accent. Hey,
but listen, we kind of knew that because when I listened to Panthers player who was mad at Dave Gettleman, I was like, we getting this guy to come over here, and same thing happened with Landon Collins and all them other guys. They said the same thing, so I was like, oh man, this is not good.
Because we could have recovered from Reese, and everybody would say, "Oh, it was Reese's fault." Reese.
Well, it was Mara's fault for staying within the Giants organization to get another GM. He should have went outside.
As soon as they said Dave Gettleman was I knew 2 things. I knew 1, that's who was going to get hired because of the connection to the organization, and 2, I knew it was going to be terrible for the franchise.
Yeah,
because you can't keep with nepotism, man. If you're trying to progress, you can't keep with the nepotism shit because you just keep your shit the same. You changing shit, but you changing it to be the same. It's like, you know what I'm saying, changing your tires and you put the exact same tire size, you know,
right.
All that on there. You just put a different brand or some shit. It's like, man, that's the same tire. Shit gonna do the same thing the other one did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
So that's why I'm like, I never liked that whole ordeal with Gettleman and bringing him in right after Jerry Reese. It's like, bro, why would you do that shit?
Yeah.
Tired. I'm so tired of this fucking team, man. But they got a game against the Bengals. What are your thoughts? Initially,
I'm about to say, share my screen just for 1 minute. Let me play this 1 second. Let me know when you're sharing it.
Yep, you got it.
It's on there. You see it?
Yep, you got it.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
He would have been my second pick, Mike. White was my second pick. Pick is in, baby. Yeah. Come on now. Do it right. You did it good last year. Do it again this year. Do it again. Don't get Haskins, get Allen. Josh Allen, we need a rush. We need somebody who gets sacks. Come on.
The New York Giants select Daniel Jones.
Oh, no! Daniel Jones, that's the quarterback you fucking take? Oh my God, that's the worst possible. At least take Haskins. This the guy has the weak arm. What are they taking a guy with a weak arm for? Number 6. Oh.
We apologize. Daniel Jones is now the second quarterback.
I don't believe it.
Daniel.
Sister Becca plays field hockey and
He cares about his sister or his brother playing basketball.
His brother.
His sister Ruthie also went to Duke, where she.
I don't believe that. I really don't believe it.
Yeah, we good, man. I was like, that shit crazy, man. He said, "Oh no, Daniel fucking Jones." Everybody was shocked on that, man. I remember
Yeah.
I was at a sports bar doing that. It was like they, people saying like, I think they're gonna pick Daniel Jones. It's like I'm hearing rumors. I was like, get out of here. That's some bull. And
Yeah.
I'm a Duke fan, so I was like, that's some bull. I was like, they just saying that. And when they happened,
Bruh, man,
said,
I knew for a fact they wasn't gonna take Haskins.
Yeah.
Or Kyler Murray. So I said
Well,
if they take
went one. Kyler went
yeah,
one.
Yeah. They wouldn't even if he was available, the Giants wasn't gonna take him. But I said, damn, they gotta be the Giants and just take the defensive guy, right? Because like the quarterbacks just did to me it didn't make no sense. But they was all like, oh, Eli got connections to Eli, and I'm just looking at Daniel Jones like, I don't see no fucking Eli in this too. But again, other than the way he looks, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just me, you know what I'm saying?
But you knew something was up when he was in the green room because I was like, what he in the green room for? You know what I'm saying? I was like, is somebody going to pick? Because they only invite you to the green room if the NFL knows that you're going to get drafted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know why? Because the Giants was tipping pitches.
Yeah.
Tipping picks, I mean. That's what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like a baseball player tips pitches. Right. Yeah, they was tipping picks.
They never work out. Never work out.
That's why they mad at Shane now. Shane don't be tipping the picks. They want to know so bad who the Giants picking. They hate that shit.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I love it.
Shane played everybody hard because people was thinking about that JJ McCarthy thing and all this type of stuff, and it's like, yo, Shane took Malik Neighbors. And McCarthy was available. He was available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. JJ McCarthy. They said he was going to take
kept bringing him in.
Drake May. You know what I'm saying? They said he was going to take
Miz. What's good, Miz?
Mizaroni was good, bro. They said he was going to take what's the other dude's name?
It's my Bo Nix.
Bo Nix? No, it wasn't Bo Nix. It was it was Rome Odunze. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was Rome Odunze.
Mosley was good, Mose.
Drake May, JJ McCarthy. People knew about Neighbors, but everybody was like, nah, the Giants want a quarterback.
Oh, we thought the Chargers were gonna pick Neighbors because they got rid of all they pass catch weapons. I'm like, they're gonna take Neighbors. They're gonna take them.
Yeah, but you gotta think too. They just took a wide receiver number 1 with Quentin.
Yeah, and he was a bum.
He stinks, but again, if you trying to build a team, you don't do what the Falcons do and just take offensive players every single year.
But you thought they probably was going to try to trade what's his name, Quentin Johnson. They get Malik Neighbors and just for whatever third round, something like that because it's like they made a mistake. It's like let's try to get something for it because I mean he's on on the rookie contract.
But you gotta think though, Cave. If a rookie's not performing, and you try to put them on the trade market, teams you have no leverage really.
Yeah,
teams is like, I'll give you a 7th. You want to get rid of them? You like, nah, bro. But I'm saying it's like the old. Remember, you play video games. You take the GameStop, and then you bought the game for like $60, but then after you take it to GameStop, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you 34." You're like, "Man, but bro, this is a brand new game. I ain't even playing."
It's used.
They be like, "I don't care. It's used." You know what I'm saying? That's the same shit in the NFL.
Well, I was surprised when what's name Josh Rosen when he got traded the next year for, and what they got a 2nd round pick for him. You remember the Cardinals? They picked him 10th.
Fresh, yeah, and that was stupid.
And he was a bum.
Yeah, that was a dumb who was it? Miami? Who did that shit?
Was that Miami? I think it was Miami.
That was stupid as hell. That was just a dumb move. But most of the time,
it don't happen that way.
You're not going to get nothing.
Get value. Get that value back. Right.
Your value is just like used car. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you put a couple miles on that car, guess what? That value goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to get what you think is worth. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to even get what you think is worth. So
But yeah, man, like I said, man, he faked them dudes out because everybody was thinking about the Giants going to get if JJ McCarthy there, they taking him. If he's there, they're going to take him. Or they're going to have to. Remember, they kept saying we're going to have to trade up to get JJ McCarthy. They're like, we're going to have to trade up.
That shit I never bought.
Me too.
Never bought that shit. I thought if the wide receiver wasn't there, the Giants would try to trade down. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if Malik
they had the opportunity. That's what I'm saying. If the wide receiver wasn't there, I never think they even wanted a Doomsday. I never felt that they really wanted him.
I think if Malik Neighbors was gone,
I think it was Neighbors or Harrison. That's what I think.
I think they would have trade. I think they would have trade back if Neighbors was gone.
Yeah, it was Neighbors. They would have took Harrison if he was there, but it was Neighbors or Harrison or
Alt. Joe Alt. You think?
Nah, they wasn't taking Joe.
I didn't think so.
They would have took the quarterback Daniels.
Yeah. I mean, but
I think that Drake May shit was smoke too.
Right.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think that shit was smoke.
But like I said, you see what he did. He kept bringing him his quarterback in, and not the receiver. So I was just like, this was like, and people was like, oh man, they keep visiting. I mean, JJ McCarthy, they keep going down to go see him, and Drake May, they keep going. I was like, bro, someone has a smoke screen.
They was looking at the quarterbacks, but most teams only got like one, maybe two dudes that they looking at, and they're like, I go, you know, I can work with this quarterback. They're not going to have all five like these Twitter GMs. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna have five quarterbacks on their board to where like, oh, if this guy don't go, we'll settle to this guy. We'll settle with this one. We'll settle with this one. Oh, now it's the fifth one left. Well, guess we got to take Bo Nix. We really wanted JJ McCarthy, or we really wanted Drake May, but we just gonna have to settle for this guy. It doesn't work like that in the NFL.
And then nothing.
You know what I'm saying? They had one dude they were sold on, and it's the same person that I was sold on. It was Jaden Daniels, and then Jaden Daniels was gone. Then I think they were trying to psych out the Commanders to take Drake May, and it didn't work. Right, saying they were so interested in Drake May, I think they was trying to psych out the Commanders to take Drake May, but it didn't work. I don't think they really wanted Drake May because Drake May, like I said, would not have been able to come into this organization right away and sit like he needed to. Now New England's gonna do this. Watch this play out. And Miz, I told you, you the one I told. I told you how Drake May thing was gonna play out. Now, if that kid goes in there, I'm not wishing this on him.
He playing
if he goes in there and he struggles, I'm telling you, bro. That's why I said he should not come in right away and start. He needed to sit for a year. I'm not saying he's a bum or he has potential to be a good quarterback, but he's not ready right now. And people thinking he's ready and he's gonna come in and light the world on fire.
But you know
that Patriots team, with that team, bro. With that team, he would have to be the next coming of fucking Joe Montana / Peyton Manning for that shit to happen. But they're setting that kid up to fail.
Right, but think about it. I mean, he come into the same situation Daniel Jones came into. The only thing Daniel Jones had Saquon Barkley. That was about it. But everything else was. But like I said, if they say he's this great quarterback, let's see what he can do with nothing around him. Because guess what? Everybody can't make excuses for him. It's like, hey, if he's he's like, hey, let him go in there and do what he got to do. And 2 or 3 years, it depends. If the Patriots add more talent, yeah. But if they don't know how to build around him, it's going to be bad too. So, but what I was going to say is, as far as the receiver, remember last year where everybody was like, we need to get one of those receivers last year. And what happened? We waited another year and we got a better receiver than anybody in the class before. So the thing with the quarterback is like, yeah, we didn't get a quarterback this year, but like I said, next year draft or the year after that, they're going to get a quarterback that's probably better than mostly some of these cats in this draft. You know, Jaden Daniels is great, but them other guys, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, just because you don't get a quarterback or get a player you want, that's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Miz, but Miz, Lawrence, guys like Trevor Lawrence, they're giving these guys, they're not setting these guys up to fail like they did with Daniel Jones. Now, Drake May's in a bad situation. I agree with you. Right. But you can't say it's like, oh, you know, these quarterbacks don't get weapons and all that because nobody gave Daniel Jones that fucking excuse. You know what I'm saying? So, again, if he's a top quarterback, he's supposed to come in there and show promise, right? Right?
Yeah.
But, again, I told I'm the one that said Drake May needs to sit. But now people want to say, oh, but he need weapons and all this and all that. But pre-draft, I was told this kid's ready to go out there and light it up. He's gonna kill the NFL. He's gonna be the best thing ever. And the Giants pass on him, they're gonna be set their franchise back for 40 years and all this hubbub and hoopla and blah blah and rip on. I feel like what's the dude on Eminem, hoopla, rip on.
Oh, you talking about 8 Mile the battle.
All that hippity hoopla, and it's like, bro,
313.
that is not
Papa
what's
Doc.
gonna go down
Papa
right
Doc.
now. Yeah, Papa Doc's out here, man. Talking that smack.
No, but the thing about it with the quarterbacks is the front office too. The front office matter. If you have a dysfunctional front office, you're going to fail. Just like we had Dave Gettleman and
that's not even a quarterback Dable wanted. He wanted Jaden Daniels.
No. I know, but what I'm saying is like the front office. If you got a competent front office, you're gonna do good. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a bad dysfunctional front office, I don't care who's in it, you're gonna do bad. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get good because none of these quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels, if he came in there with Joe Judge as his coach and Dave Gettleman as his GM, he wasn't going to be successful. You got to look at all that too. It's about the team. If you have a competent front office, they're going to help and build the team the right way. But if you have a circus for a front office, them quarterbacks going to suffer because they don't know how to build the team the right way and stuff like that. And that's another thing. Everybody look at you got to look at the front office too.
It's about having a plan for the quarterback. And that's what I always said, man. Now, New England doesn't have a QB guru, and I don't know why we're still calling Dable a QB guru. So if that's what you still think, tell him to prove it to me, because he hasn't. You know what I'm saying? Outside of making Tommy DeVito look competent for a couple of games, what has he done? You know what I mean? But anyway, it's not about having a QB guru, so to speak. It's about having a plan for your quarterback. New England's plan for Drake May is all messed up because now they're forcing him into action when he's not ready. And New York, it was going to be the same thing, but 10 times worse because of the noise for this quarterback that you love so much. So, again, you can say all that. He's proven what? What is he proven, Miz?
Oh, he's on the table.
What is this fucking guy proving? You love this guy so fucking much. What is he proving? He's making Daniel Jones look like a top 8 quarterback. Really, bro? Daniel Jones is a top 8 quarterback now? Really? After 4 weeks? Really?
Really,
bro? Hold on. Really, bro? After all this?
Oh, I mean, he's talking about where he ranks right now.
I don't care what he ranks. Is he a top 8 quarterback in this league? Because again, in order for Dable to be this QB guru that you speak of, we got to see some results. So beating a Seattle team, good win, is not going to change my mind about Brian Dable or Daniel Jones. So you want to say a top 10 quarterback or a top 8 quarterback, that's cool. But you and several other people, I think about 2 months ago, said you were sick of Daniel Jones because he was a bum and even Dable couldn't fix him. He was just cooked. But now Dable's back to being a QB guru.
Hold on, he said Phillies fans say just finished up. Robert Dredden, man. Thanks for tapping in, bro, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Subscribe to NYG Unpopular Opinion Sports, the Man Cave Podcast,
Appreciate
and
you,
Big
man.
Big Blue Crew Sports Network, bro. Thanks for tapping in, man. Philly fans is like, yo, good luck with y'all, man. Hopefully, like I said, the Mets, do it for us, man. Eliminate the Phillies, man.
Yeah, man. We
He said finish us off.
Pause, but yeah, I get what
Right.
you're saying. He said, but yeah, man. I think the Mets need to get that done, though, man. I really do. I think the Mets need to get that done, man. The Mets deserve this, man. They've been through a lot. They've been through a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? So as the New York Giants, man, but
we'll get it right. We'll get it right eventually, man. We'll get it right, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll get it right.
Soon.
Like
See,
I said,
now you double talking, man. You see what I'm saying? You see how I got you now? Now you double talking. He a top 8 quarterback, but we need to draft for QB in April. You double talking, bro. You double talking, bro. Don't do that. You're better than this. This is NYG. You know how I am. I'm gonna catch these type of things.
So Miz, come on real quick, man. Just come on real quick. Talk your talk.
You know where
Miz.
the link is, man.
Yeah, Miz.
I put it in the chat.
Come on, Miz. Come on real quick, man. Talk your talk, man. Get your talk out on the stream, bro. You know,
appreciate you, Robert, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate your support, man. Top 8 right now. Yeah. Statistically, I think he is in some categories or whatever. And salute to Daniel Jones. I'm not here to bash Daniel Jones. I'm just here to call out hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? Because, Dave was a great coach now because he's directly tied to the little bit of success Daniel Jones is having or had or whatever. But I'm not buying it. He ain't buying it.
Yeah, man. Philly stopped by Chubby. She said you won't be this. Yeah, I'm probably I'll go to Philly too and stuff like that.
We'll be up there next month. So,
but
we'll be in that area next month.
I go to Pagano's and stuff like that in Cheltenham and stuff like that. In Philly,
Chubby's cheesesteaks.
Yeah, man.
Somebody take notes.
Chubby's, Delisandro's and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I used to stay up in Philly and near the Philly area and Ben Salem and all that stuff, Northeast and all that stuff. So, yeah, Penn's Landing. I know all that stuff up there, man. But yeah, man. But yeah, Miz said he probably come on just a little bit. Miz talk, Miz talk, bro.
Miz already know, man. He can't debate NYG. I swear, man. I want to be like this debate champion, but won't nobody really debate me.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna definitely check it out.
All right.
I'll be up there November 3rd, like when I go to the game and stuff like that. The Commanders, yeah, bro.
Yeah. We definitely gonna check that out, man. Might have to make that
check that joint.
Pull up with the Big Blue Crew. We might have to pull up with the whole crew on
that joint right there. You see that joint right there? That joint.
But man, salute, man. But Giants.
You was asking me about the Bengals game, man. It's Sunday night game with the Bengals, man. Hey, I feel good about that game with the Giants and stuff like that, especially on the defensive side. If we can get through that line, because hey, man, Burrows is not as elusive because he coming off of some injuries and stuff like that. So we can get to that guy, man, and stop him. Their defense ain't like that. So our whole thing is if our defense could wreck their game plan, we'll feel good about that game. But we have to get there and wreck that game plan. You know what I'm saying? And then on offense, we got to score some points too because the Bengals have been scoring some points.
I'm gonna tell you who we're gonna struggle against.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterbacks that can extend plays.
Right.
I think this actually is a good matchup for the Giants. I think we picked this game in the preseason. I had the Giants winning this one. Although I picked them to lose in Seattle.
Right. I was 15-2 with the Giants for some reason.
Well, hey, you still got a chance, man. They got that. Well, no.
I'm off, but hey, I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize that.
I said, "Damn, he picking every win." Jeez, talk about a homer.
He's picking up for emotions.
It's my team.
Yeah.
Gotta pick him.
He said, I was even picking them to win in the bye week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giants win, but they're off. They're winning because they're off. They don't gotta play nobody, so it's a dub.
I know, right?
But man, the way I feel about this Bengals game is I think that the Bengals are
Let the
a
Miz
good matchup.
in.
The Miz is here. There you go, bro.
Yo.
Miz, the floor is yours. The floor is yours, Miz.
Here we go, brothers. I've been fucking working all day to get ready for this storm. Now it's batting down the hatches.
Okay, you doing good out there, man? Everything's safe.
Up the windows, all the neighbors and everybody, and we got all the stuff we need. Candle batteries.
What happened? You bust your lip? Who hit you in the lip?
No.
What? Okay.
That's a piece of chocolate donut I grabbed.
Oh, it looked like blood. I was like, somebody.
How far, Miz? How far are you from Tampa?
We're on the East Coast, like across from Florida and Tampa. We're on the East Coast, but
you're on the Atlantic Ocean side.
The storm now, the last half hour, the storm took a turn. Now it's coming. It's coming over the West Coast, but further south from Tampa. So Tampa might get spared, but it's gonna come across Florida where we are. So, but it's not gonna be a 5 when it hits to us. It'll be like a 2. But we're supposed to get 90-mile-an-hour winds by the time it's here and rain. But we're not gonna have the ocean flooding. That's the most dangerous part, the surge. So, and the West Coast is supposed to get very bad surge. But Tampa right now suddenly looks like they might escape it because right now Tampa was gonna get buried.
Yeah, because my nephew's in St. Pete, so you know what I'm saying. I was talking, so yeah.
That whole West Coast has to be careful. This storm is like a fucking category 5 on steroids. But what I was saying was this: when I was talking about Drake May last year, it was because I wanted him for the Giants because I felt like I still do feel that Dable it has a specialty with quarterbacks. Now, some people think that he might have fell off. But I did think he played a role, whatever degree you think it was, he played a role with Josh Allen. Of course, Josh Allen is a special talent by himself. We know that. And I think that he also helped Jones look good in 22. And what I was saying right now is he's not top 8 in general, obviously. But right now, stats-wise, in every category this year, right now, the last like 5 weeks, Daniel Jones is ranked like 6th in the NFL. So he's having himself a good season, whether people like it or the people that hate us, they want to ignore it, but he's having a good season. And we're like a drop or 2 or a kicker away from being 4-1. So what I'm saying is, I still think that if push comes to shove in April and the Giants are lined up, they might get one of these quarterbacks and maybe you bring Jones back as well. You bring a young kid in here for a year. He sits behind Jones. I'm thinking that would be the perfect scenario. See what happens. But, what I'm saying is like with Drake May, I agree with you. I don't think he's going to do good right away with what he's about to play with in New England. I agree with that. I also don't think they have the right coaches. Like if you had brought a Drake May in with the Giants, I think the roster is better than New England's. And I think that Dable has more of a talent as a head coach, hands-on, one-on-one with a quarterback. That's what I'm trying to say. Just specifically that. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to be as good with New England. I said that when they drafted him. I didn't think he's going to be what he could have been with the Giants, And, yeah, I do credit a lot of that to Brian Dable. I am a fan of Brian Dable. I think he's doing a good job right now. I think the players are playing hard. I think the young kids are growing. We're seeing rookies playing good. They lost a few games this year where they could have won. They were right in it. So the team is competitive. They're playing hard. So I want to see where the rest of the season goes. I believe they can win Sunday night and give us a season.
Yeah. Good stuff, Miz, man. And I do agree with you.
I agree with you about Drake May. Right off the bat, it's going to be hard, especially over there,
And that's what I'm saying. I think Brian Dable's coaching would have helped Drake May evolve into a good quarterback. And we'll see what he does. He might still surprise us, but I think the problem is this situation isn't ready built for a rookie quite yet, because we're still figuring ourselves out. And the thing of it is, when you're a team like that, entering a rookie quarterback like that in this market, can have devastating effects on that quarterback psyche if he doesn't perform well. You know what I'm saying? So that was my concern with bringing in a guy like Drake May or even JJ McCarthy, was that they were going to have to sit for a while. And I don't think New York or this team with these coaches would have allowed them to do that. So that was my whole thing with Drake May. Is not that I'm, out to get Drake May. Look, I'm a Carolina fan. You know what I'm saying? I was rooting for Drake May in Carolina, and Carolina looks like crap. That he's not there. I will say that our quarterback situation is awful right now, but Drake May I knew he wasn't a ready-made quarterback to come into the NFL right now and turn the team around. And that's what the Giants were looking for, Miz. And the only quarterback I think that would have been able to do that is what we're seeing right now in Washington, and that's Jaden Daniels. And I think Penix would have had a chance playing behind a good offensive line. What it actually looks like we have for a change. So I think he would have been okay here too, but definitely not a good situation for a guy like Drake May or JJ McCarthy, man, just because it's New York, and it's how, it's the psyche that plays into some of these quarterbacks' minds, and being forced to go out there. And then, rookies are trying to be rookies, and they're trying to make a play. They're trying to make a name for themselves, man. And that can lead to disaster, especially playing in this division. So that was my thing on Drake May. As far as Daniel Jones is concerned, I mean, hey, he is who he is at this point. I don't think Brian Dable's going to elevate him into some top 10, top 5 quarterback. But if he plays smart, efficient football, we can win games. I do. But Dable's got to get out of his own fucking way, dude. And that's my problem. You made it look good for Daniel Jones in year 1. And, we want to call him a quarterback guru. Why did you go away from your quarterback strengths when you seen that shit was working for him in year 1? Why did you go away from that? That's not a quarterback guru. That's somebody trying to force his system on somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sold on him being this quarterback guru. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said that. Can he coach? Is he a smart individual? Yes, I do believe that. I do believe something tells me Dable's holding his own self back because he doesn't want to put his all into Daniel Jones. And you can't be like that as a coach, bro. You just can't. Just be honest, bro. And I'm not trying to sell out pause for a coach like that. I'm not, as a player. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like you're not doing everything you can to help me succeed, and you making me learn a system that's not really conducive to my skill set. The reason we won that Seattle game, you know why? One of the main reasons we won was because the way he called plays, because guess what? He got Daniel Jones running again. Defenses have to account for that. If you sit there and you keep letting Daniel Jones become this drop back passer, knowing that his processing is slow, knowing that he's not as accurate as he used to be on the deep passes, you're setting that dude up to fucking fail. Right. Asking him to make quick reads in tight coverages. Oh, man. Run the fucking read option. Run the RPO. You know what I'm saying? Get your running backs going, which is what they did. That's what worked in 2022. Now, let's see if he does it. See if he builds on it, Miss. And I'm glad you brought this up, because I want to keep having this conversation with you as the season goes along, as we see what his play calling and situational awareness looks like, man. Because don't be inconsistent. Be consistent. You're the head coach.
Well, I think that could be, maybe not for sure, but could be that injury to the knee. So maybe he didn't want to start the season off with this guy running right away. Work that knee back
That's
into,
fair.
you know what I mean, into like playing mode. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fair point. That's why I'm gonna see if it continues or if he goes back to the same old, short dink dunk passing where it's just curl routes, no spacing in the middle of the field or anything like that, and no getting the running backs involved in the passing game, open it up with the screen game and the RPO game. That's how the Giants are gonna have to win, it seems like, because they're not explosive enough, on the offensive end to threaten you like that with, a lot of deep shots. It's not working for them. Is that Daniel Jones's fault because he's inaccurate? Is it some of the coaches' fault? Is it the receivers that can't catch? I mean, probably a little bit of all of it, but it just ain't working, whatever the case is. So they're going to have to start formulating this offense based on what they got and stop forcing this Buffalo shit on the Giants. That's what I'm saying. If he does that, I'll come back here and apologize and say, I changed my mind. He's a good coach. But right now, what he's showing me is he's hard-headed and he's in his own way. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that the deep throws will come as the year goes on because him and Neighbors will get on a better chemistry. Now he saw that he could throw a ball in a football game without Neighbors, so you don't have to completely rely only on him. You got Slayton and Robinson, and I think this Tracy kid is gonna bring something.
Me too.
Offense.
Yeah. I think
And
this
by
dude
the
is
way,
legit.
I've been saying this for 4 weeks. I'm happy they finally found out. Tio could be used in the passing game as well.
Theo Johnson, yeah, he was one of my breakout players this year. Him and Eric Gray, and guess what? I got laughed at on my own show. And look at me now. Look at me now. Ain't they looking good?
I like him. No, I agreed with you. I like him the day we drafted him. I like him. It's just taking time to build this chemistry. The O-line's playing great. So you know that if the O-line's playing great, the puzzle's gonna come together. So
absolutely. And that was, you're right. And that was one of the main things that we needed to see was this offensive line actually look like an offensive line, and it has. And you know what, man, I have to thank them for that. Whatever happens with this regime, I have to thank them for getting this O-line right, man. You know what I'm saying? Finally, at least having it looking decent, bro. Because we went through the end of Coughlin. We went through the Sherman era, the McAdoo era, the Joe Judge era. The beginning of this era with a dog doodle in the offensive line. Now, finally, we got something to be proud of.
What you just said, all those names that you just named, that is 1,000% why I'm willing to bet anybody. And I've gone at it with Twitter guys about this same very topic. I'm telling everyone this regime is going nowhere. Mara committed 5 years to this regime. They're going to get their 5 years. And if the team's growing and getting better every year, they're going to get more years on top of that. Because Mara is tired of switching regimes every 3 years. Instability never works. Take a look at the Jets, bro. Again. Yeah. Okay? And Mara, if he blows up another regime right now, it's only going to be a hit on him. I'm telling you, these guys are going to be allowed to continue to build their team. Yo, the rookies are starting to show up. So you can't say that Joe Shane's young talent is not actually showing you something. I know it's hard to have patience when we've sucked for so long, but I've been telling people just a little more patience. Just one more draft. You know what I mean?
I'm fine with Shane. I need to see more growth on the field with this team as far as Brian Dable and his look, bro. I'm just be honest with you. 29 points for the Giants was great, but we got 6 of those on a special teams play.
Yeah.
You gotta score some points, Brian Dable. You're brought in here, and we can't keep pointing fingers at the other coaches. We did it with the O-line coach. We did it with Kafka. We did it with Wink. At some point, you got to point the finger at the head coach if this thing doesn't start to look different. Sunday, it looked different. You got to keep it up. You got to win some games. That's what's going to keep Brian Dable here. If he wins games, he's got to win games. That's all I'm saying, bro. You cannot go out here and shit the bed this year. Even though people, we need to tank for a quarterback, and they can't afford to do that. They have to win games. And if they win games, they can figure the fucking quarterback shit out whenever time comes. But you got to win some games in order to stay here in New York. You know what I'm saying? Because, we're not here saying that Brian Dable is just an awful head coach. I'm saying is he has a lot to prove still. You know what I'm saying? You got bought a year with 2022. Now that's 2 years removed. So now we got to start seeing results again. You know what I'm saying? You can't just win 1 year and bottom out. So you know what I'm saying? Let's get above. What did we win last year? 6 wins. Let's get above the 6-win mark this year. Let's set that as a barometer, Miz. Just between me and you.
I mean,
let's get a win. Let's get a win. Let's get above the 6-win mark this year. And if Brian Dable can do that, you know what I'm saying, I will be okay with him coming back at head coach. If they win 6 or less games, I want him out of here. Because it's just telling me you ain't getting no better, bro. Shit ain't progressing.
Yeah.
I need to see progress.
I'm almost sure they're gonna win more than 6. I really still.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
it looks you look like the worst team in the division. You could get swept in your division. That's very possible right now. And if you do that, you ain't winning no fucking 6 games.
They could, but I don't think they will.
Who the hell are they? When did they beat somebody? That's what I'm saying.
When Washington comes up to us, they're gonna get a payback because
I hope so, because I'll be out there. I'd hate to go out there to be in some piss poor losing mode after Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So
I hope it's not raining.
Out of Washington before people build the Washington parade. I gotta see more. They play the Baltimore Ravens this week. Let me see something.
Oh yeah, they ain't winning that game, but again, they're not a team
it's a long season.
Yeah, it's I'm not celebrating Washington. I'm just saying the Giants, just comparing them
some people are.
to the I'm never celebrating nobody else in the division, bro. Ain't none of these teams fucking great, man. I'm telling you. The thing is, the Giants look like the worst of the least. Like you're the least of the NFC least. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be in that position. So what they have to do is start getting some traction in this division, man. Like stop losing these excruciating games where it's just like, oh, you almost had it, but you messed up again. You almost beat Dallas, but you should have beat Washington, but You know what I hate the most as a Giants fans? The coulda, shoulda, woulda. And that's every fucking Giants fan does that. Every fucking single one of them. Oh, if we would have did this, we could have been here. If we would have been here, we could have been here. You know what? That's like me saying, hey, if I wouldn't have, messed with this girl, I could have had this girl. Or if I would have took this job, I could have had this. Or if I wouldn't have bought this, I could have had that. Like I'm sick of that shit, man. Like you are what you are. You a shit ass team. Let's just keep it a buck. And until you change people's mind, that's what you're gonna get looked at. Now I'm just keeping it 100 because we can come on here and sip blue Kool-Aid, as they say, and boost the Giants up and all that shit, man. But I gotta keep it fair. The Giants ain't the worst goddamn team in the league, but they damn sure ain't good. You know what I mean? And until they can prove that, nobody is wrong for saying that they are best a 6-win team. Now I had them at 11 wins. My dumb ass. You know, we all had them like 8, 9 above. We all did. You know what I'm saying? But again, now I'm saying I'm helping the Giants out right now. Get to 7 wins. You know what I'm saying? Get to 7 wins. I'm not even flaking on that 11 and 6 because that was kind of delusional when we was talking about it. Get me to 7, 8 wins will be better. Get me there, and then I can say, okay, I feel like the team's making and win a couple games in your division. At least beat Dallas and Philly once. I don't even care if you get swept by Washington because you've been dominating them for years. So they can have this year. But beat Washington and Philly at least once. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sick of the same old. Change something, and then I can be sold on this. If you go the same thing, go 1-5 or 2-4 in the division, end up 6-10, and you win a couple bullshit games at the end of the season, I want Brian Dable fucking gone. Don't sell me on that.
I want 8 wins. I feel we can win 8. I want 8. I want to beat Cincinnati.
Ghost, what's good? Yeah, beat Cincinnati. That's right.
I want to be 3-3.
Beat
bro,
some
and
teams that you shouldn't beat. You know what I'm saying? Beat some teams that you shouldn't beat. Beat Cincinnati. Beat Pittsburgh. Beat a team that you not supposed to beat. That's how you get better.
Pittsburgh's going to be hard in Pittsburgh.
That's how you get better. People said Seattle was going to be hard in Seattle. You can beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a tough team, bro, but they're not. I don't really no team in the NFL right now on that level except the Chiefs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Chiefs is the only team right now. The rest of the league is all. The rest of the league is a lot of parity right now.
Yeah, there ain't no team that you can go out there and say, "Oh, this team is just unbeatable." No, that's what I'm saying. Go beat Dallas. Go beat Philly. You know what I'm saying? Beat a Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Maybe beat a Pittsburgh or a Baltimore, somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Beat the NFC South.
Right.
Beat Tampa. Beat New Orleans.
Like,
beat some teams, man. Like, don't don't, you know, and then the end of the season, you beat the Colts, and everybody's like, man, we turning things around. Fuck no, you're not. No, you're not.
Well, I can't look at like, beat this team. Like, we probably not at that level. Yo, this is what I look at. You came off a nice win in Seattle. A lot of people, it opened some people's eyes around the league a little bit. Yo, make that count by coming home and beating Cincinnati on a nationally televised game this Sunday night. Do that.
Get some momentum. And this is what I'm saying, Mosley. I'm okay because the Giants do this every year. They'll get a win. You like, I ain't when we beat Baltimore a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll get a win here and there. I remember years ago we beat Seattle with the backup quarterback. Yeah. So they'll get a win like that here and there. What I'm saying, I think what Miz is saying is the same thing, is show some momentum, show some type of consistency, that you can be a consistent team, that you can put three or 4 wins together. You know what I'm saying? Do that you can be the team that's with a winning record, that's on a supposedly another level than you. Show that type of progress. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Beating Dallas and Philly goes a long way to doing that, because both of those teams, I think beating them would be good wins for you. But if you can't do that, beat a Cincinnati, beat a Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Beat Tampa Bay is a good team. Beat New Orleans, a pretty good team right now. Do that. And show us some consistency and rack up some wins. Stack some wins. Go on a 3 or 4 game win streak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get yourself to 500. You know?
Yeah.
And be at least talking about the playoffs.
Yeah, why not?
And later on in the season. Now that's progress. Because I'm telling you, they would have gotten knocked out of it again in October. I'm done, bro. Talking about the draft in October.
Yeah, no, man. Go. Get to 5-4. I looked at the schedule. Get to 5-4 or 5-5. Get to December at 500 and you're fighting for a wild card into the last game of the season. I mean, that's what people want, like give us a reason to stay tuned all year. You know what I mean?
Facts, man.
Even if you didn't make the playoffs, or even if you did miss the wild card on a tiebreaker on the last week of the season, whatever, I could say we won 8 games and now we got something to build on for next year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to see. I agree with you with that. And I believe the Giants can 100% do that. I mean, they won last week. You're coming home. Cincinnati is a nasty offense, but they are 1-4. So they're in their own heads. Yo, let this defense stand up, play the way it's playing. Let Daniel Jones play. Let him loose a little bit. Let's run Tracy. Do me a favor. Do not go back to Singletary as the full load, okay? Mix it up. And, find a way to win this game like 27-23, because I think that's what it's going to take.
Yeah, they're going to have to score some points for sure. Big Dash was good. Salute, bro. We got a little bit of a late start here, but I'm about to close out here in a minute. I just wanted to get my Giants talk in. I hadn't been live for on my channel on my show here for a little bit, man. I had a long work week. You know what I mean? We did stream Sunday, but I just been working throughout the week, so want to take this time. It had been a lot going on in the city, as we said. Jets getting firing Salah. We got the baseball playoffs. We got NBA preseason on the channel right now with Leaf. And, of course, we got the ladies in the WNBA making the WNBA finals. NHL getting back started, as we talk. The Giants, trying to get back into things. Hopefully they can make a season of this. So a lot going on in the city, man.
I got a question for you, NYG and the panel. I got a question for you. We don't always like to get into politics, but sometimes politics gets mixed in with sports. There's a lot of stories coming out tonight that maybe Salah wore that Lebanon flag on his sleeve Sunday morning, and that's part of the reason why he got fired this morning. Do you think that's true, or it's basically solely that he's done a poor job as a head coach?
I just think he's a poor head coach. I think I'm not gonna dismiss your theory because I am an open.
It's out there in the news.
I mean, I am an open thinker, and I do know politics, whether people want to believe it or not. And it's not just politics. It's a lot of nepotism. It's a lot of favoritism. It's a lot of he says she's. It's a lot of messiness, a lot of drama, a lot of politics, a lot of things that go on in the NFL. But to outright fire a head coach and not just like say, "Hey, we don't like what you're doing. Can you?" I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of far-fetched in my opinion as to why he got fired. Now, if there's something to where there's some type of tension between him and somebody else that represents the other side of that situation, then that I don't know. But I don't think that would get him outright fired.
The only tension we know about is that
justify
him and Rodgers, right? There's been some tension between him and Rodgers the last few.
And I think Rodgers was the one that had something to do with it, to be honest with you. I think Rodgers went to the organization and said, I don't really want to work with this guy. Either you get rid of him or you get rid of me. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to get rid of Salah. We know that because Aaron Rodgers is the Jets right now. So it's not the New York Jets, it's Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets.
He like David Ruffin in the Temptations.
He ain't doing a good job.
He David Ruffin them for sure, man. Cave.
You know what you're gonna see, man, is Monday night when they play Buffalo. That's a big game. Now, if Aaron Rodgers plays like shit for the third straight week, he's gonna hear it because they fired the coach. Now you got what you wanted. It's your team. So let me see. Are you going to play a better game Monday night, or the Bills going to come in here and beat you up? We're going to find out.
Right, exactly, man. And you know what I think? I think the Bills gonna whoop that ass. To be honest with you, they mad too because they lost to Houston. Oh boy,
That's gonna be an interesting. That's can't miss
yeah,
TV that night.
yeah, buddy. It's gonna be good. That one's gonna be a good one. I'll tell you that, man. Because yeah, I don't believe in the Jets.
Here's the
It's
thing,
not.
MYG. Here's the thing about Aaron Rodgers, because he's a little bit of a dictator, and that's why they ran him out of Green Bay. But here's the thing:
Mhm.
where were you all summer? You didn't get together with your receivers, and you didn't come to camp.
Right.
You were in fucking Egypt doing a hike or smoking something in a cave somewhere, doing some retrieves. The man is not dedicated to working out and conditioning like Tom Brady was. So, yo, we're seeing the decline in this guy because he doesn't put the work into his body and conditioning. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man. And I know I ain't played a game and all that stuff like you guys, but over the past 3 years since I've been doing content, and shout out to Coach Ed and Pat, I've become a real student of NFL football in general. What I seen on film when I watched that Minnesota game from Aaron Rodgers, that dude's shot, man. He's inaccurate. He's missing wide open receive. I don't know if it's the injury or what, bro. He's not the same guy. And to be letting that guy dictate your organization, dictate coaches getting hired and fired, coordinators getting hired and fired, receivers getting traded for or signed, to let that guy go in there and do that, where's that comment again? The Jets are stupid. They're stupid. That's what they are. They're dumb.
It's desperation, bro. It's desperation. That's
bro, they are the worst right now. You cannot do that. You have to build your team, bro. You took Olu for Shanu. You know what I'm saying? And your old line looks bad still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It looks bad still. And
you can't open a hole in the run game for two good running backs.
But you took Olu Fashanu with your first round pick. And you got Aaron Rodgers. And you got, look, bro, Aaron Rodgers, Miz, man. I wish you was on the string with me and Pat. Aaron Rodgers.
We're on the same page.
Aaron Rodgers. I know. I'm talking to you. Aaron Rodgers.
And NYG, and something even worse is about to happen. They think they're gonna trade for Devontae Adams, and that's gonna fix shit. It's gonna make it worse because they're about to give up 2 picks for that guy, and they're gonna need those picks for their next quarterback.
They ain't gonna get one, Miz.
Right. So it's all fucking stupid.
Because you know what? Aaron Rodgers was getting off the turf or the grass, whatever. He was like, it's like, yo, I swear, go watch.
He was limping.
He looked like an old man. He looked like
like this. I know that limp because I got it when I got hit in my hip when I was a quarterback. So I know that limp.
He looked like an old man getting out of bed, bro. I'm telling you, man. You get out of bed like.
Here's the thing. That's what I was saying. I'm like, here's the thing, bro. I you know me, right? I live my life by routine, and I live a large percentage of my life is in the gym. And still working out at my age. And if you're someone who works out, you can be athletic later into your life, man. Age is just a number. But if you don't do all the extras, and there's a lot of extras you got to do in order to keep yourself, especially at a pro level, and he doesn't do none of it. This is what you're seeing now, the decline.
Yeah, man. Yeah, same old Jets, man. Same old Jets. Yeah, I do think the Bills gonna stomp them out, Mosley. But that being said, man, I gotta get out of here, man. Like I said, I am on the road, so I had to come in and do this stream for you guys because it was so much. It was just so much to talk about, man. We had to, you know what I'm saying? We had to do it how we do it over here in Heart of the City, man, and include all the New York sports teams, everybody out here, man. New York sports is on fire right now. A lot of teams got potential. A lot of teams got potential to actually do something. Even the Jets and Giants at
I say
2-3.
one little quick
You know
thing,
what I mean?
NYG.
So
One little quick thing. I'm worried about the Yankees tomorrow night. I am.
Yeah.
don't say that.
Yeah,
I
don't
am
say it.
because the Kansas City's at home. Their ace is on the mound.
I don't care about them being at home.
He talking
I
about
just
Steph Lugo.
The Yankees like to make it hard on themselves. You know that.
Yeah, all these teams do. Every team in this damn city makes it difficult, man. But I think with the Yankees, I look at it like this: Houston's not in your way no more. The Astros have been the biggest bugaboo. Them in Tampa, the Tampa Bay Rays.
Right, I agree.
You don't have that problem no more.
No.
Boston's not around. What team out there?
Nah, there's nobody. It's nobody.
Right.
It's set up,
you have a direct
up
path to go to the World Series. And if you don't make it, I'm sorry. You get fucking
and that's gonna be so sad. But it's almost like I think that they're gonna get by in 5, but they're gonna make us eat our nails in Game 5. I'm telling you.
That's fine. That's fine. Longer series build character, but get it done. Don't fucking lose. That's all I'm saying. If you want to stretch it out, cool. Maybe it'll build some character to this team to where they can, they'll know how to win tough games. Maybe they'll know how to win some of these close games going on into the playoffs. But get it done. If you lose to the fucking Royals in the first round of the playoffs,
that's a disgrace.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna have a long rant
again
about that.
I never bring this up. I don't bring this up. I'm not somebody that harps on this shit like the little kids do. But it is becoming glaring that Judge can't hit a damn ball in the playoffs. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that either.
I don't like to bring that up because I love the guy. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's gonna wake up.
But
right now,
a lot of these people were like that. Alex Rodriguez was like that for a long time.
Pressure, bro. Pressure.
We get these type of players that they can't necessarily, perform when the chips are elevated, man. But let's give Aaron Judge a shot because he really hasn't had that much of a shot in the light. We haven't really went far in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Since he's been here, you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get to a world, you know what I'm saying? A series championship. Let's get to a World Series. Let's see what he does then, and then we can judge him, pun intended, on that. You know what I mean? But I'm not too worried about it right now. But you want to see him perform. I mean, hey, how can you go all regular season and do what you did and then come up, you know what I'm saying, snake eyes in the playoffs? Like, I mean, come on. It's weird. But again, I'm not going to totally judge him. Now, if they get bumped out by the Royals and he doesn't do shit, then that's a straight knock. But let's see how he does as they progress because they should be able to get by this Kansas City Royals team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they will. I think they will.
should be able to get by this team. So, but
they're better, bro. They're better because the other team in town is on a magic carpet ride right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, they're doing great. The Mets right now got everything working for them,
and they did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? They folded, moved on from some of these players. And guess what? Now they got a chance to get in the World Subway Series, man. Let's go, man. I need that in my life. Cave. I'm gonna keep pushing it, man. I've been pushing it, man, for a couple years now. But Cave, what you got going on the rest of the week, man? Tell the people they can find you.
You can find me at the Man Cave Podcast on YouTube. And also you can find me the Man Cave _SGod on Twitter. And tomorrow night I'll be live streaming the Knicks and the Wizards, game tomorrow night. So hey, basketball fan, Knicks fans, tune in tomorrow, 7:30 tomorrow. Should be a home game for the Knicks against the Wizards, preseason game, just to get started, And then, like I said, Friday, I don't know if you would do the Blacktop podcast. If you do, I definitely will be on there.
Yeah, the plan is to do it. I plan on doing it every Friday, but
yeah, I know.
Sometimes my Fridays run a little bit late, and I don't really like to do a podcast at like 10, 11 at night.
I know. I got you. But yeah, so that's where I'll be at. And then, Saturday, depending if I'm working. If I'm not working, I'm going to try to I'm going to stream a college football game. I'm going to pick one of those college football games to stream. I'll let you guys know on, let you know like Friday, after the Black Top podcast and stuff like that, if I was streaming on Saturday. And then, of course, Leather to the Face on Saturday night. If there's Leather to the Face, I'll be on there. And then on Sunday, Giants Convo, with my brothers and everybody from the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. And y'all go ahead and tap that, subscribe button, man, for the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. He gonna put the link in the chat. Also subscribe to the Man Cave podcast, Unpopular Opinion Sports NYG, Miz in the Midday, Wales to New Jersey, G Nation Inside Sports with Big Lou. You know what I'm saying? Zion Zenith, Mac the Giants fan, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Big Pat Sports Talk, and many more from the Big Blue Crew Sports, man.
For sure, man. Appreciate you, man. Most definitely, man. Miz, tell them what you got going on, man. Tell them what you got cracking, man, for the rest of the week, and tell them where they can find you at.
Oh, you know me, I'll pop up with my Miz in the Midday or Let's Talk About It, pretty much, and I'll be around come football Sunday, and I didn't get my picks in last week, but I'll get back to making the Miz's picks this week. I got to make a little comeback in our Blue Crew picks because I fell behind.
Me too.
For a comeback, I went into a slump for 2 weeks, and that's really it. With the next 2 days here, I don't know what's gonna happen. So see with this big hurricane in Florida. So, but I was thinking of. I'm gonna see if we don't lose electricity or whatever, and Alex wants to do. I might do the Yankee game tomorrow night for the first time ever. That'll be the first for me doing any game live. I might do the Yankee game with Alex. I'll see if he can do it.
Okay, that'll be dope, man.
Game 3. So yeah.
I'll definitely tap into that, man, because you know what I mean. I want to see what these Yankees
they can pull it off in Kansas City, man.
See what these Yankees got going on, man. As for me, like I said, like Man Cave mentioned, the plan is to do the Black Top podcast Friday night. Like I said, sometimes my schedule runs a little late. So if I do not do it, I'll try to throw something out there because the season is upon us. It is preseason. So we are going to start ramping up the NBA content here on the network. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I still have another Nets player that I want to preview. That's going to be Jalen Wilson. So I'm going to get that out there before the season starts. And, of course, Saturday, I'll be on with the Big Blue Crew. Sunday, I'll be on with the Big Blue Crew. Sunday morning, Jags, Bears. That's going to be the Sunday morning London game. I will be on the call for that. Wake up with NYG 22. You know what I'm saying? I've been on these early morning games, and they've been pretty fun. So definitely tap in. When you wake up Sunday, you'll hear me on the call with the Jaguars, and the Bears get to watch Trevor Lawrence and Mr. Caleb Williams, two former number one picks at quarterback. So that's going to be pretty fun. Then we'll do Giants conversation right after that if we have time. But if not, I'm sure we'll be previewing the game throughout this week on Big Pat Sports Talk, G Nation Inside Sports, my channel, as well as Man Cave, as well as Miz, and the other members of the Big Blue Crew will always give you your Giants content. So if I can't do it, just follow the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Somebody will be on here previewing the Giants game. And right back here, again, next week, Heart of the City, be there, be square. You already know what it is. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And please hit the notification bell so you know when we dropping all new content. Me here on Unpopular Opinion Sports. Of course, you got S-God, the Man Cave, and you got Miz in the Midday. So definitely go subscribe to all those brothers and go subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. But that being said, man, look, go Liberty for one. We want to see this championship come home. Number 2, Giants. Do what I told you. Do what I tell you. Go beat the Bengals. Stop playing. Give the fans something. You know what I'm saying? Give us a direction. Show us some progress, some promise. Jets, look, I don't know what to tell y'all. To be honest with you, I really don't know. You screwed this one up, man. You screwed it up. Honestly, if I was a Jets, the best thing you could do is just get rid of all of them. Rodgers, Douglas, Saleh, Hackett, whoever else. I'm keeping Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson and players on defense. Everybody else can go. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with the Jets. Shout out to the Knicks and Nets. We'll get into basketball more on Friday, and Yankees Mets Subway Series. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. But that being said, we're gonna get on up out of here, man. And until next time, shout out to Bart Scott.
Wait.
This has been a Big Blue Crew Sports Network production.